This video is going to be filmed over the course of the next couple of weeks. If you came here for a entertaining video, this is not it. If you came here for a short how-to guide on how to self-improve, wait till my next video. Now this video is going to be about my personal life, something that I need to let go of. I need to let go of my ex-girlfriend because it's time that I move on. This video is going to be my way of moving on. Everyone is different, but this is my way of moving on for sure. This video is going to take place over the course of the next couple of weeks because I need to be home alone when I film this video. You'll see why. I cannot have my parents listening to this because I cannot have that in the back of my head. I need to be fully honest and comfortable with this video. So if in any of these clips I'm in different clothes, it's because it's most likely filmed on a different day. In this notebook, I wrote a letter to my ex. I'm not gonna give it to her. But in this video, I will say what needs to get off of my chest. There's multiple pages that I have written. I have written this letter over the course of 3 days. I started it to February 17th, 2025. And I ended it February 20th, 2025. There are multiple pages that needs to be said. I'm going to recite word for word, and I'm going to screenshot each of the pages so that you can see what I am saying. This video is probably very unnecessary. It's probably going to be 2 to 3 hours long. I have not edited this video yet. Obviously, I have not started the process yet. I just know that it's going to be more than an hour long. I just know that. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this to get subscribers. I'm doing this so I could finally start my life and move on. This is my last text to you. This is my closure. This is my last goodbye. I want to be more honest and authentic. You know, this is a self-improvement channel. And one part of self-improvement is to not be stuck on the past, to move on from the past, to become better, to improve yourself. If I tell you guys how to self-improve when I have my own problems to deal with, that doesn't make sense. This is a self-improvement channel. It goes beyond, you know, giving you advice on how to sleep, you know, how to do this. It goes beyond that. Self-improvement is mental health as well. I want you to know that. That's why I'm doing this video. It's the truth. Dear Sophia, it's time for me to move on. That's why I'm writing this letter. It's my time to be happy now. There will be points during this letter that may sound redundant and erratic. I'm writing whatever comes in my brain. I'm writing this letter for me, not you. It doesn't matter anymore if you decide to listen to my words. The people who love me, the people who watch my videos, will listen for me because they understand me. It's true. The first day of school, junior year, 2018, or was it 2017? Either one of those years, was the first time I saw you. You were outside right before first period, walking around the bench area, the circle, as the students called it. I remember coming out of the doors of the cafeteria blasting my music on my speakers that so many students and teachers hated, but I was happy. And then I saw you. It felt like time has stopped, because I generally can't remember if you were walking or just standing in place. Time froze for me. It felt like a good 60 seconds went by of me in full astonishment, admiring you. You had a red flannel on that came with the hoodie. That must have been your favorite item of clothing. You wore that flannel at least 1 or 2 times a week during our relationship. You had light blue jeans on. I can't remember your shoes, though. Maybe it was those black high tops, or your Converse sneakers, or those Tims. 5'11", actually, she's 5'10". 5'10", glasses, long brown hair. I got lost in your brown eyes. Even from a distance, I could tell they were brown. I immediately thought to myself, don't even bother, Alyssa. She's not even gay. I should have listened to myself, because I was right. The bell rang. I went off to class. Mr. Woolridge, first period, chemistry class. I couldn't stop thinking about you in my head. I named you Mystery Girl. I had no idea who you were. I saw you a few times throughout the day in the hallways, but that's it. Days went by and weeks went by. I still named you Mystery Girl in my head. I intentionally tried to find you every chance I got. At school assemblies, I would scan the crowd. Who's behind me? Who's next to me? Who's that over there? But nothing. Between class periods, I intentionally took a different route to each one of my classes to try and get a glimpse of you. I succeeded a few times, but failed even more. In lieu of trying to find you, I had to run to class to make up for lost time. Passing period was 5 minutes. I had 5 minutes to find you. Well, it depends where I was on campus. Sometimes I only had 1 minute to find you, but I made every chance I got worth it. After a while, I started to find you more. I knew your class schedule better than I did, probably better than anyone did. But I would distance myself. Maybe you noticed me or not. We never made eye contact. You never looked at me, except only once. I felt like you knew me for those 3 seconds that we walked past each other. I felt like you knew me. This was a everyday occurrence of me trying to get to know you more by following you to class. Sometimes I'll be directly behind you. Sometimes I'll be a few people behind. Sometimes I'll be on your left or on your right. Sometimes I'll walk in the opposite direction to see your face as I head to my class. Whatever it took, I completed my mission. I took every route to class imaginable. And finally, I found you. But I still didn't know your name. I saw you always by yourself. Sometimes you would be with your friends, But I thought, Alyssa, just go up to her. I back out every time. One day before first period, I was hanging out with my friend Sydney. She says, I have a friend who wants to talk to you. I said, what are we, in second grade? If they want to talk to me, they can just come up and talk to me. Why do they need your help? Sydney said, I don't know. She told me to. And by the way, Alyssa, don't you dare try anything. She's not gay. She goes to my church. That's what Sydney said. It's funny how I remember exactly what she told me that day. That day plays so vividly in my head. I felt a tap on my right shoulder. I turned around. It was her. She was blushing and smiling. From that moment, I knew she liked me. Because no girl has ever smiled like that before. To me. And then the bell rang for first period. She just said quickly, Hi, I'm Sophia. And I introduced myself to her. I said my name, and that was it. She walked away, and I turned to Sydney and said, Oh my God, dude, she totally likes me. I can tell. Sydney said, No, she doesn't. She's not gay. I didn't want to listen to her because I knew in my head, this chick totally digs me. I went to class so happy that I was literally skipping on my way to class like a little girl. I was. It's true, I was. That's how happy I was. At lunch, Sydney came up to me and said, Sophia wants your number. I said, well, she can come over and get it herself. Sophia walked over and asked me if I have Instagram. I said, no. She said, do you have Snapchat? I said, no. And then I said, didn't you want my number? She said, yeah. And she laughed. I gave her my number and she gave me hers. She wrote hers on my back with a piece of paper. She told me to turn around and use my back as a table. I could still feel the imprint of the pen writing her numbers on my back. She even signed her name with a little heart at the end. I still remember that day. I still remember what I was wearing that particular day. I had on a white t-shirt with a blue leather jacket, white jeans, yes, I wore white jeans in high school, my blue and red Nikes. After school, she texted me. I was debating if I should text. After school, you texted me. I was debating if I should text you first, or you text me first. But I waited. I didn't have to wait very long, maybe about 10 minutes. After I came home, you texted me. You told me you liked me, and I said the same. From that moment, we started flirting, and we dated. The first 2 months with you, Sophia, was magical. You made me feel happy. I never been in a relationship with a girl before. You were my first girlfriend. You were my first kiss. You were my first heartbreak. I should have listened the first time when we broke up. I told you that you being Mormon didn't bother me. I didn't discriminate. But I realized over time I wasn't the one over discriminating. You were. You told me my music taste was awful, so I changed. For you, I started listening to different music because of you. You introduced me to BTS. I liked K-pop before I met you, but not BTS. Actually, I do like a couple of their songs, but she is deeply obsessed with them. I started to obsess over BTS like I was obsessing over you. I stopped listening and watching my favorite things on TV. You made me watch anime for the first time in my life, short or online. I thought it was boring, but I forced myself to be with you. Or I forced myself to watch it to be with you. One time you even said I should stop being my authentic self. You once told me that I wouldn't get bullied as much if I stopped being myself, if I stopped being loud. I wouldn't get bullied as much if I conformed to what other people wanted me to do. That's what you told me, Sophia. You also told me that I'm too honest. And I need to stop being honest because being honest is a bad thing. I started to believe you. You hated my friends. But for the love of God, I couldn't hate yours. Your friend Aaliyah threw her fruit snacks at me as a sign of hate. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was just fruit snacks, so it didn't leave a stain on my shirt, but it was still rude. She didn't even do it in a fun way either. You know how kids are. You throw food. She meant it in a mean way. It wasn't fun food throwing. It was mean. And it was in front of your face. You seen your beloved friend bullied me by throwing food at me. And Aaliyah, your friend, said to me, I'm annoying, I'm too loud. Why am I dating you? And you never stood up for me. That day at lunch in the cafeteria, you actually got mad at me when I yelled at her. You never had my back during our relationship, but I always had yours. You cheated on me twice, and who knows, maybe even more. And somehow you flipped it on me, saying that it was my fault because I didn't give you what you needed, sexually speaking. I remember you kept going on about me giving you a hickey on your neck. I mean, what are we, 12? And I didn't do it. And then you went to spring break. You went to Virginia Beach and you cheated on me, on your ex-boyfriend. How crazy is that? You even dated Gabe, your guy friend, to make me jealous. You didn't even like him. He's actually gay. Gabe was gay. And you and Gabe set up this plan after you broke up with me, to date Gabe, hold hands with him in school in front of me just to make me jealous. You fake dated him just so I could see with my eyes. You said it yourself. After we broke up for the third or the fifth time, You explicitly, explicitly, you guys know what I mean. You explicitly said, I dated Gabe to make you jealous. Or that one time you catfished me after our breakup, our first breakup, pretending to be a girl and insulting me, pretending to be Sophia's friend, when in reality, you were Sophia, texting me from a different number. You insulted me, calling me names, said you spreaded rumors about me, and you told me, are you going to the football game tonight? I said, well, I lied and said, yes, I am going. Why does it matter? I lied. I don't go to football games, I don't go to any events after school, but I lied just to see what you would say. Because in my head, I thought this was Sophia messing with me, but then I thought maybe this is her friend, I don't know. I lied and said, yes, I'm going to the football game. Why does it matter? And you said, I shouldn't go to the football game because it's funny how I still remember every word of that sentence. It's funny how that is. I still remember each sentence of that word. You texted back, you shouldn't go to the football game because Sophia is gonna be there. She doesn't want you there. You catfished me pretending to be Sophia's friend. In my head, I thought this had to be you because I know how you text. You use the same words, but I also thought maybe this was your friend. I even texted and said, is this Sophia? But you said, no, I'm her friend. It wasn't until months later you told me, oh, by the way, that was me who texted you. Without backstory, I knew exactly what you meant. You didn't even have to add in, oh, by the way, that was me who texted you, who catfished you a couple months ago. But when you said, oh, by the way, that was me, I knew exactly what you were talking about. I knew all along, in my gut, it was you who catfished me. It was you who spread those rumors about me. It was you. You have a thing with Korean guys. Maybe that's your type. Maybe it's a fetish. Maybe that's why you only dated me, because I was a sex fantasy to you. And I do want to add, I forgot to add this too, that while we were dating, you introduced me to your Wattpad account. Oh my god, the good old days. You wrote fanfic, sex fantasies of BTS on Wattpad, and you made me read them. And to be honest, it was actually kind of good. And in doing so, I started a Wattpad account and wrote fan fiction of myself. I will, sadly, I will link my Wattpad, my old Wattpad account below in this video if you guys are interested in seeing where my mind was at the age of 16. I don't use Wattpad anymore. I don't go to that website anymore. I just wanted to say this because, you know, as I'm reading this letter, I just remembered, oh my god, I had an old Wattpad account. I never used Wattpad until I met you, Sophia. But I don't recommend, but, you know, if you have the extra time, if you want to, you know, laugh at something, if you really hate Sophia just because I'm talking about her and you support me, and you want to just hate her even more, go to her Wattpad account. I'll even link it below. It's her stuff. It is horrid. It is sexual fantasies of BTS. But yet again, I wrote sexual fantasies of BTS too because she likes BTS. I only did it because of her. Oh well. But to me, you were my first true love, more than a fantasy. Junior year, that whole school year, we dated until around May, when we ended things. Well, when you ended things. October, May was our full extent of our relationship. We broke up every month, and it has to be some kind of national record, to be honest with you. You never wanted to hold hands with me or talk to me in person. You hated being seen by me. We had to kiss behind the school, and even you hated that too. Because you couldn't stop looking around to see if your friends saw you with me. Sophia, you are in denial. You asked for my number, kissed me first, and then bought me a cheap Claire's necklace with your name on it. It took me a long time to throw that cheap-ass necklace away. It took me a long time, but I threw it away. We both stood up late to text each other, skipped class for each other. Whether you like girls, maybe you're just bisexual, maybe you're gay, but all I'm saying is, you don't grab me like that when you're alone and not be gay. You know what I mean? You don't kiss someone like that and not like girls in some type of way. And you know exactly what I mean by this. Great, my camera died in the middle of it, so I'm using my phone. Fuck off. Clearly you had some issues to work through, which I didn't see at the time. But looking back, I'm more understanding. Your Mormon religion, you blamed it on me. The fear of your friends seeing us together kept you up at night. This made you resent me. I always wanted to hold your hand in between classes and kiss you goodbye. But you said no. We never hanged out after school. We only texted and saw each other at lunch. And at other parts of the day during school. I kind of liked it because of my speech impediment. You never knew I had one. I don't think you ever knew about it. We texted more, and then we talked in real life. When we were together in person, our lips touched. My hands inside your shirt, feeling your warm skin. And the bell finally rang. Nothing special came out of our relationship. It was nothing more than flirting and kissing as 17-year-olds. Well, you 16, me 17. During the relationship, I thought what we had was one of a kind because you were my first girlfriend. I was that lonely, so when a girl paid any attention to me, I believed it was love. Maybe it's me and my obsessive qualities. That's why when we officially broke up, it ruined me. Took me up until senior year of college. Yeah, college. Not high school, college. To get over you. To finally stop crying over you. And I haven't cried over you since senior year of college. I'm 3 years sober. It's crazy how I graduated almost 3 years ago. Senior year of college was the last time I cried over you. Technically, it was actually junior year of college when I last cried over you because I had this epiphany in the middle of the school year. But But it wasn't until the senior year that I realized you are no good for me. I realized the problem was you, not me. Took me that long to realize. I blamed myself. My friend Keo from high school, I wonder how she's doing now. We haven't talked since high school. She moved to Texas my senior year. We stayed in touch, but slowly the conversation started to die. We texted each other every day to every other day, to once a week, and now to never. She moved to Yelm, Washington, my junior year of high school. One school year she had with me and moved away. She was a good friend. Anyway, Keo saw me at my best and she saw me at my worst. I began being friends with her my junior year of high school. And that's when I met you. And then right around when you broke up with me, she was there with me. While we were texting, she told me one way that helps her to move on from a relationship is to talk to them and ask for closure. Have a serious conversation with them, talk about where you and her went wrong, but also talk about the good. I thought Keo was talking bullshit, but she was just telling me what helps her move on from a relationship. She saw me the day when Sophia broke my heart. She was one of the few people who told me to end the relationship early, before it got messy. But I didn't listen. Keo gave me previous relationship advice, but I never really believed her, because I was blinded by your love. How stupid was I? But since I was in love, heartbroken, and I was stubborn, a lot of the advice she gave didn't work. Maybe because I didn't want it to work. So with this one, I was skeptical, but at this point, I wasn't talking to you at all. I mean, why would we, when I'm in college and you're doing your own thing? But I took Keo's advice and I texted you on Instagram and had one last conversation with her. Also, I love how I'm talking to you in as if it's in the past tense, future tense, whatever. During that conversation, I kept an open mind. Until I didn't. The more she talked, the more you talked, Sophia, the more I hated her. Because I finally came to my senses that she was the problem and not me. Even when we talked closure, when we talked for that last time, she said, well, Alyssa, you kind of have to admit, you were wrong too. I mean, you were annoying to my friends. My friends didn't like you. And when I went to Virginia Beach for spring break and I kissed that guy, it's because I'm straight. You forced me to be gay. I immediately texted back and said, I never forced you to do anything. You asked for my number first. And then she says, I was Mormon before I met you. After that, I said to myself, I didn't text this to her, but to myself, I said, this girl is sad. She's blaming me for her own religion. I think Sophia still has a lot to work through. In my opinion, I have a real gut feeling that she's gonna be one of these wives who gets married to the right guy at the right time, in a perfect church, have 2 kids and a dog with a picket white fence, until she wakes up one day at the age of 45 or even 65 and says, damn, where has all the time go? So you divorce your husband, stop caring for your kids, and start dating women, and finally being happy without anyone or anything restraining you. I see your future better than you, Sophia. But at that time, your coochie would be all dried up at the age of 65. But it's true. I just have a gut feeling that one day you're gonna wake up and realize, damn, I should start having sex with women. But you physically can because you're gonna be old. Can't believe I'm saying that. When I first found out that you got married, I felt sad, but I didn't also cry. You were just a girl that I used to date in high school. I have to be honest, you do look happy in your pictures. And I believe you only dated him for a year and now you're married. That's what I've came to the census on just social media. I'm not sure how long you dated him. That's not my business. But I just know you guys dated for a short time. And then all of a sudden now you're married. I haven't talked to you in a few years. Maybe you are really happy with him. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I just hope you treat him better than you did to me. You stole my phone, talked bad about my friends. One thing that still haunts me that you said to me, I believe this is the worst thing that you ever said to me. And this is with you cheating on me combined. You said to me on my graduation day, not the day before, but on a graduation day, the morning of, why am I looking at that? I don't even know why I'm looking at that. You said to me, Alyssa, I am so happy that you are graduating, so I won't ever have to see you again. I will never forget these words. I mean, the morning of graduation, you said that to me. And it ruined me. A day that was supposed to be about me turned into a day about you. But that was my fault because I let your words hurt me. My mom had to take multiple pictures of me that day because she said I looked sad in my graduation picture. She's not wrong. I tried so hard to get the perfect smile for my mother so she could hang my picture in the living room, but I failed. When my name was called to be up on that stage, I knew it was over for me. I shook hands with the principal, took my diploma, and walked down the aisle. On the inside, I was dying. All that was going in my head was Sophia was right. This is the last time I'll ever see her. I wasn't even sure you attended high school graduation because you were a junior when I was a senior. Maybe you had friends that were graduating and you went to support them. I don't know. I kept looking for you in the crowd, in the audience. It took me back to when I first saw you for the first time and finding any way possible to get a glimpse of you just for a second. Back when I was trying to follow you to class every day without you noticing me. Maybe high school graduation was for sure the last time you ever saw me in person. I just never saw you there. I can't even remember when I last saw you in person. Maybe it was when I was walking alone in the school parking lot at lunch, blasting my music as usual, watching the rain hit the pavement. And that's when I saw you walking to your white Prius car. It's funny how I still remember what car you drove, and I still remember the license plate. You drove a white Prius, and the license plate was BAW2006. I have no idea how I remember that. When it comes to numbers like that, when it comes to people that I care about, I remember specific events. But your license plate was BAW2006. BA 2006. You drove white. Oh! But that was your car. You drove a white Prius, license plate, BA 2006. Call me insane of me still remembering the make and model and license plate of your car, but fuck. That's just who I am. I'm insane. But anyway, that was when I saw you walk into your white Prius car. And to be honest, I was actually hoping I'll see you walk to your car. Because I would walk around the parking lot a lot to look for your car, to see if you're on campus. Or I would follow your friends to class to see if I can find you. That's how bad I was during our whole fiasco of breaking up. When I saw you, I can't remember. Maybe you said hi first, or I said hi first. I don't fucking remember. I just remember thinking in my head, I want to talk to her. Before I knew it, I blinked, and there I was, standing in front of you in the rain, talking with you for the last time. My dumbass said, "Can I have a hug?" You said, "Next time. Maybe next time." You went in your car and drove away. I held on to that sentence that you said. Maybe next time. Maybe we will meet again, maybe not. I held on to that for years, of you saying, maybe next time you'll get that hug. Maybe next time. One time while I was walking to science class, you found me and you said you wanted to talk to me. I said, Sophia, maybe later. I can't be late for class. I mean, the audacity of this woman. When I want to talk to her, she cuts the conversation short because she says she's busy. But when she wants to talk to me, I have to be late for class. This time I could not be late for class. I vividly remember I had a chemistry test that day and told you that I couldn't stop and talk to you. You just said, Alyssa, I'm sorry. I walked away. Sophia, at the time, my senior year, she was doing this school program called Running Start. So her classes were a bit different, was different from the average student at high school because she was basically taking college classes in high school. She was hardly ever on campus, and that's why when I could, I would sadly walk through the parking lot to see if I could see her car. And if I can see her car, that means she's on campus somewhere. That's how bad I was. That's why I frequently walked around in the parking lot to see her car. Anyway, I went up to class, sat down, the teacher handed out the test, and I just started crying. I mean, hysterically crying. People were looking at me. The teacher was nice and said, you can step out for a bit. And I actually stepped out for the whole class period. The teacher said, you can take this test later. So that's what I did. I believe I took the test, I believe a day later, 2 days later, at lunchtime. So that's what I did. I stepped out and I cried. Walked around campus and that's it. I was crying because I didn't know if you were saying sorry because you were apologizing to me from your mistakes that you made, or saying sorry because I kind of blew you off and said I have a chemistry test and I had to go. I mean, I only had 30 seconds left to get to class and I just couldn't talk to you. I cried in front of everyone. I was fine until I saw you. I actually felt happy that day, but this was a daily occurrence for me. I cried multiple times a day during our breakup. In math class, PE, yes, even I cried so many times in PE class. History class, honors economics class, chemistry class, English class, you name it, I cried every fucking where. I believe I probably cried in every class at least 5 times, maybe even more. I couldn't stop crying in class because I couldn't stop thinking about you. I had a couple of your friends in my class and I would see them, then it would bring up bad memories. It was terrible. It got so bad that the school counselor, we had 2 school counselors, both of them had to come up to me and say that they were concerned about me, that they wanted to talk to me, to try to help me. I once wrote a suicide note and gave it to my science teacher. That same teacher who told me it was okay if I could step out. This was before I cried. I left it on her desk. I have no idea why I left it on her table. I have no idea why I wrote a suicide note. And I don't even remember. My brain was all over the fucking place. And apparently she opened it up. I mean, of course she opened up a fucking letter. Of course she did. When it was on her computer desk. She read the note and she opened up to me saying that she felt like I did at one point in her life. She opened up to me about her life and said that she experienced having a miscarriage a couple of years ago. That teacher did not have to open up to me, but she did. That teacher was very understanding of my situation. I cried when I woke up and cried myself to bed every night. I couldn't stop thinking about you. Many times I would come home and sit in the shower. And you know you're really fucking sad when you start sitting underneath the shower head with the water covering your tears. I laid face down in my room, listening to music in the dark, crying. At my lowest, I thought I could never get over you. I thought I'd be like this forever. Turns out, my body was just taking a little detox from you. It took time. I know it's cliche. Oh, time heals. It'll take time. It's true. It's true. Within time, I got better. You met me when I was Alyssa. I left as insane. I was always insane. You just helped me get to it sooner. Not all of it was bad, Sophia. It was fun while it lasted. It felt good. I felt wanted when you waited for me outside of class. I remember your classroom being next to mine. You had a history class. I had honors history class. Just right next door. After the bell rang, 5th period, when I opened that door, you were always there with your smile and tall stature. I felt wanted. I felt fucking powerful. I liked it when all the students saw us together because I was bullied all my life. To a lot of people, I was a loser. But when I was with you by my side, everyone steered away from bullying me. Because they thought, wow, this faggot ain't really a loser at all. Look how hot her girlfriend is. God damn. She got herself a girl that wants her every day? That is crazy. I felt good when I was with you. If I could, I would go back and do it again. Because being with you was the best thing that has ever happened. Well, at that point in time, it was the best thing that has ever happened to me in terms of my self-development. If I never met you, I would have never had my first kiss. I would have never experienced what it was like kissing a girl. Which would for sure surely solidify the fact that I do like girls. Oh boy, yes I do. If I never met you, I would have never knew what true love looks like. When I was with you, I thought what we had was love, but I was wrong. It was lust. It was infatuation. It was having a crush. Now, when I find my future wife, I know what to look for in a wife. I know what love feels like, and it's certainly not what we had. It's the complete opposite. If my future wife makes me feel what you made me feel, I know it's not love. What we had, Sophia, was lust. It wasn't meant to last. Being with you was a teachable moment that I won't ever forget for the rest of my life. I think everyone in life needs that one thing that sets them off the ledge because it makes them into a better person. I was immature when we met. I left as a different person because I'm more mature. I have more wisdom. I'm more wise. I see the world differently now. If we never met, I would still be immature and not be aware of self-improvement. It's because of you I am better. In my next relationship, I don't want to ever feel like that again. I want a girl who loves me for me. A girl who doesn't like my music taste and forces me to like the things that she likes. I don't want that. In my next relationship, I'm being 100% myself. I lost my best asset when I was with you, Sophia. I stopped being myself, but never again. You taught me what not to do, who not to socialize with. Thank you for that. I say I am thankful for you because you taught me who I should be, and that I should never change for no one, no matter what. Next time in my relationship, I'm never changing who I am. I'm never doing that. I'm never changing my music taste just because you don't like the music that I listen to. I'm never doing that again. Not for any girl, not no matter how hot she is, no matter what. I'm never doing that again. Not even for Megan Fox. I'm not doing that. Because if she can't love me when I'm listening to Big Time Rush, she doesn't fucking deserve me when I'm listening to Video Games by Lana Del Rey. And that is the truth. One day, Sophia, this is a promise. I'll find me a girl who loves me the way that I loved you when I was 17, plus even more. I don't hate you, I don't miss you, and I don't like you, and I don't love you. I view you as a neighbor. This is what I mean. If we ever meet, I'll say hi if I ever see you again. Maybe I'll even ask how you're doing, but nothing more, nothing less. You are just someone that I used to know. I'll respect your privacy if you respect mine. I won't talk bad about you, but I won't talk good about you either. I speak my truth, nothing more, nothing less. Maybe you feel differently, but that doesn't affect what I'm saying in this letter. You do what you want. There's 3 sides to every story. My story, your story, and the truth. I spent many sleepless nights thinking where I went wrong and how I can get you to love me back. How can I do this? If I do this grand gesture, will you still love me back? I'm done thinking about that. Love is not supposed to feel like that. It's not about grand gestures. Love is not work. Love is not a chore. You can't buy love with grand gestures. That's lust. Love works on its own. You don't work for love. Love works for you. After the breakup, I still want you to answer this question. It still confuses me. Please answer this question. Why did you send me provocative pictures of yourself when I never asked for them? And you know exactly what I mean by provocative pictures. All it did was made me miss you more. You did say one time that you wanted me to be jealous. I remember you texted me 2 pictures of a dress. You said, Alyssa, since you are a very honest person, you're the most honest person that I know, you won't lie to me. Which black dress is better? I said I like dress A better and then dress B. You got mad at me because you like dress B better than dress A. You wanted that extra validation, but you told me to tell the truth. And you get mad when I do, and at this point we're already broken up, so why did my opinion even fucking matter? Is it because you wanted me to see you in a dress? Is that why? You got mad because it wasn't the truth that you wanted to hear. This would happen a lot during our relationship. But why the picture, Sophia? Why did you ask questions about my dating life after we broke up? We weren't together anymore. Why was I a concern to you? But that doesn't matter anymore. I'm sure you moved on. I moved on too. Well, I am moving on right now in this moment. That's for damn sure. It's time for me to let you go. I want no bad blood between us. You are my neighbor. I respect your property. I'll say hi, but nothing more. You stay on your side of the grass and I'll stay on mine. That's how I view you in my head. Well, that's how I want to view us in my head. Call it what you want. That's how I feel. I need to stop typing in your name on Instagram. I went a few months without doing it. I remember you used to keep your Instagram account on private until one day I typed in your name and there you were. I saw your wedding video. I hate social media, to be honest with you. I hate myself for typing in your name. The last time I looked you up was today. Well, not today that I'm reading this, but as I was writing this. As of February 18, 2025, today is the last time I'm ever looking you up. That's my fucking promise to you. I am done stalking you on social media. I am fucking done. I typed in your name intentionally today because I wanted to see you one last time and give you a proper goodbye. As I was writing this letter, I just wanted to see you one last time as a goodbye. This is my last time. I clicked on your Instagram story. It was of you and your husband at a ski resort on a ski aerial tramway. You look happy. So, I'll leave you be, neighbor. I'll stay on my grass and you stay on yours. You seem happy. Now it's my time to be happy. You have ruined songs for me. I can't listen to certain songs without thinking of you. But that was before I have the mindset I do now. Those songs don't bother me anymore. When those songs come on shuffle on Spotify or I fucking hear them out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere! Oh my god, John! I'm sorry, I watch too much wrestling. I either skip them or I listen to them. But I'll tell you this, I haven't cried to a song thinking about you since college, and that's the truth. Honest, you could put me to a lie detector test. I have not cried about you, or I haven't cried to a song about you since college, since senior year of college, and that's a fucking promise. Hook me up to a lie detector test. Hook me up right now. Lie detector test? When's the last time? Have you ever cried? No. What is it? How long has it been since you cried about Sophia listening to a song? Well, the last time I cried was maybe senior year of college. Ding, ding, ding. It's the truth. That was cringe. For a long time, you were all that I would think about. Now, all I think about is, how can I be better than yesterday? What YouTube video should I post next? How will I film / edit this next video? My mind is focused on other things that will improve myself. And I'm happy improving myself. I'm no longer consumed by, oh my God, how can I make Sophia love me back? Oh, fuck. How can I make Sophia love me if I do this or if I do that? That doesn't consume my mind anymore. What consumes my mind is how can I make motivational YouTube videos that can help people like me become their best selves. In lieu, that is why I am making this very extensive YouTube video of me writing this long letter in this video so I could finally move on. This is my way of moving on. I need to put this out there to the world. Seeing myself get better at the guitar and piano is my source of attention now. It's my love now. I lost my way for a bit, but I found it now. I have a purpose in life now, Sophia, thanks to you. I was at my lowest and I pushed through. I made a traumatizing event into a learning moment. I am never letting a girl ruin my life like that ever again. Maybe you figured out your sexuality. I don't fucking care. If you're straight, gay, that's your life. I don't care. But I'm never letting a girl ruin my life ever again. And that's none of my business, and that's none of your business of who I fuck. After you broke up with me, I got into bodybuilding. I was working out 6 hours a day, literally. I don't know how I did this all while going to school, still in high school at this time, senior year of high school. I felt amazing though. I would wake up at 3 a.m., drive to the gym, do cardio, come home, shower, eat, go to school. At school, I had PE class at lunch. I would run up and down the stairs. I would walk home from school. Sometimes I would actually run home to school and try and make into this game of, oh, I'm going to see if I can beat my bus home. And most of the time, I beat my bus home. Like, what's the point of riding in a bus when you can walk home faster than getting on a fucking bus? I made into this whole game. Anyway. When my dad finally let me drive to school, I drove to school instead of walking to school. Or walking home from school. After school, I would drive straight to the gym. After the gym, I would come home, shower, eat, do homework, and go in the garage and work out again. I literally maybe had 10 to 20 minutes of free time. After all that, I don't know how I did it, but I felt terrific during that time. I have a very addictive personality. But I was a beginner at the gym, and over time my body just gave out. I got carpal tunnel in both of my hands. I pinched a nerve in my back, my lower back. On top of that, I pinched, I don't know what nerve you would call it, but I got the equivalent of carpal tunnel in both of my feet. I pinched a nerve in both of my big toes by doing calf raises on the leg machines every day. And eventually my body gave out. Because one day I was doing calf raises on the leg press machine, and as I extended my feet up, I felt this electric shock go straight through my feet all the way up to my back. Lucky for me, 2020 hit, and I studied college in the comfort of my own house in my own warm bed. I gained a lot of weight. At my highest, I weighed 150 pounds. Somewhere in between the COVID pandemic, motivation struck me. I don't know how, maybe I watched a movie or a YouTube video. I just remember somewhere in between 2020, 2021, in the middle of the pandemic, I decided enough is enough, Alyssa. You gotta get off this bed and try to learn how to walk again. I started to self-improve a little each day. I couldn't walk because I was in so much fucking pain. My back hurt, my legs hurt, my hands fucking hurt. So I started to move my legs up and down on my bed, literally. I started to walk a little each day. I had to start sliding the balls of my feet first because putting weight on my feet hurt. So I slowly lifted weights again, and I slowly started to walk my dogs again. Like literally, when I would walk like this. I would slide my feet instead of walking, like this. I would just drag my feet across the floor because I was in that much pain that I could not put any weight on my toes. So I had to walk. I basically had to learn how to walk without my toes. That's how I try walking without putting weight on your toes, and that's how I fucking walked for almost 2 years. It took that long for my nerves to heal in my toes, but eventually it healed. I graduated college with a 3.7 GPA, moved to Tennessee, felt great. I had no more nerve pain in all of my body. I felt great. And then it just hit me one day. After the gym, I felt weak. I came home and I passed out. Thank God my mom was home and she gave me fruit to eat. Turns out my blood sugar was low. That's why I felt weak after going to the gym exercising. That has never happened to me before. The doctor ran some tests and found out that I have a brain disorder called empty cell syndrome, which affects your hormones of your body, which can also affect blood sugar. So the doctor found out that I have empty cell syndrome and a blood sugar condition called reactive hypoglycemia. It's not really diabetes, it's not really type 1 diabetes, it's not really type 2 diabetes. It's a type of a blood sugar condition called reactive hypoglycemia. You can look it up for yourself later. I'm not explaining all of my health problems in this video. This video is about moving on from my ex. I was physically fine before I met you, Sophia. After I met you, my body deteriorated. I injured myself by working out 6 hours a day. I was eating 6 meals a day. I was eating almost every 2 to 3 hours. And I was also going to bed every day at 6 p.m., waking up at 3 a.m. I don't even know how I did it, but I did it. My mindset at that time, nobody could stop me. Cut to now, cut to the present. Look at me now. I can't work out because of my condition. My blood sugar is very sensitive, and any kind of physical exercise, I feel immediately dizzy. My eyes hurt due to my excess pressure. That is from my empty cell syndrome putting pressure on my eyeballs. My eyeballs hurt constantly throughout the day. I have headaches throughout the day. I feel dizzy throughout the day. I see black spots in my vision. I'm hungry every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I feel like I made myself sick. If I never met you, I wouldn't have to go through this. I wouldn't have gone through this workout bender and struggled to walk for 2 years. If I never met you, maybe I would have graduated college in 3 years instead of 4. Maybe if I never met you, I wouldn't have reactive hypoglycemia and ESS, because there was a point in my life in high school, I ate a big meal every 2 hours. I was eating 6 times a day because I got into bodybuilding and I didn't have anyone to talk to as to the difference of being on a cut, being on a bulk. I didn't need to bulk, so I didn't need to eat so many times throughout the day, but I just ate so many times throughout the day just because that's what a lot of male bodybuilders do. But they're also on steroids and the metabolism is also through the roof. I did not need to eat pasta every 2 hours and eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream every night just because a bodybuilder, Rich Piana, told me to. But bodybuilding consumed my life. Maybe it made me get reactive hypoglycemia by eating so much. Maybe it made me get a hormone disorder called empty cell syndrome. Who knows? I hated you for that. I blamed you for that, for making me sick. I don't now. I don't blame you now for it. Because because things happen for a reason. It's a teachable moment. I'm very obsessive. I always take everything to a extreme. Now I know what not to do. Now I know how to eat properly and how to work out properly. I'm trying everything in my power to get physically better. I miss lifting weights. I do a little each day. I'm trying to get better. I am limited because of my condition. But I'm insane. I can do anything. That is my name. It's so cringe. So cheesy. But my name is insane. I am insane. This YouTube channel is to inspire others like me to become their best selves. Because I never want to feel depressed again. I don't blame you, Sophia, anymore for my sickness. I blame no one and nothing. That's life. Some have it worse than others, some better than others. When I first found out you were married, I was a little hurt. In terms of comparing my life to yours. You're a year younger than me, and you have a better life. Or you seem to have a better financial life. And than me. You have love. You have your health. You have money, you have happiness, you have friends, you have purpose. I have no love. I have no money. I have no health. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have happiness. But I do have purpose in life. People only post the good on social media. Maybe, Sophia, you are suffering just as much as I am. People choose what they post on social media. But I'm only judging on what I see on social media. I won't know for sure. But for me, I post everything on YouTube. I don't hide anything here. So this is how I feel. This is who I am now. I'm done comparing my life to yours. I'm just a late bloomer. My time will come. The universe, God wants me to rest now. Because before things get better for me, I'm sure there are more that I need to say. I'm sure after I finish writing this letter, or as I'm done finished filming and editing this video, I'll figure out more words to say to you. I just saw this meme on Instagram. This is 100% me. I'm Joe Goldberg. Of course, without the murderous tendencies. I am him. I'm aware of how toxic it is. It's a disease, Sophia, I know. But even then, Joe moves on. He had his own way of moving on, and that's to murder the people that he loves. But eventually, everyone moves on. If Joe can move on, so can I. We all have our own process of moving on. I'm ready to forget you. I edited a collection of music videos for you after our breakup in hopes you'll see it and love me back. But that was back in high school. That's the only reason why I edited these videos in the first place, to get your attention. You never said anything about these videos that I edited for you. I mean, I never told you, but I told your friends about it and many other people about it. I'm sure they told you, like, hey, did you see that video that Alyssa edited for you? It doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to show these videos at the end of this letter so I can release them to the world and they can be free. I posted these videos on my old YouTube channel account and I forgot the password to it years ago, so in lieu of that, I made a new YouTube channel and Insane was born. I'll also link my old channel below. I forgot the password to it, so don't even bother. I'm not even going to reply to comments because I can't even access that account. But even at my lowest, Sophia, I created art out of it. I made art. It's your own interpretation of what these videos that I edited means to you. And to you, I'm talking to Sophia. I'm also talking to whoever watches this video. I am not going to re-edit them. I want to show everyone what I managed to create in high school. YouTube has always been my passion of mine. I was just too scared to talk in front of the camera because of my speech impediment, people bullying me, and my other insecurities I had. But now I'm 100% myself. I hid my insecurities when I was with you. I thought if someone has a weakness, they have to learn to deal with it. But that's wrong, and that's what I did. That mindset is not good advice. If you have a weakness, work on it. If you have a weakness, don't accept it. Try your best to become better. I worked hard, I read books, talked to myself out loud in my room. A lot. Eventually, my speech impediment was no more. I still struggle from time to time, but at least I can say my last name mortally, or say the word girl, or say the word world, without sounding like a little child. Because I would have problems pronouncing words that would start with that would have the letter R in them, or the letter L. And then I would often get my S's and C's mixed up. Or say that my favorite bodybuilder is Arnold Schwarzenegger instead of saying some other bodybuilder who's not my favorite. I used to can't say Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it hurt me because people would say, "Oh, who's your favorite actor?" or "Who's your favorite fitness influencer?" And I was to say some stupid name, and in reality, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. But now I can say it. When I would speak, that's one thing that made me weak during our relationship. It was easy not to talk to you in person because we only texted, and the time we saw each other, we used it to kiss each other. You never knew my problems, or you never said anything to me about it. I won't know for sure. I got good at avoiding certain words, and my vocabulary was very limited at the time. That's the thing, Sophia. I notice the small things about people. You notice the obvious things about people. You saw me as a fun, immature person when really I was overcompensating to get attention due to not getting it enough when I was a child. Wow, that was deep. Why was I loud with my music? Why did I blast music up through the hallways? Because my home life is strict. I let all my happiness and energy anger at school. You didn't see that. You saw past my good qualities and focused on the way obvious ones. You said me being honest was a bad thing. You told me once that I need to lie more to get people to like me more. You said, "Alyssa, you're not an ugly person. You just need to change who you are, and maybe you'll get more friends." I'm flattered you find me attractive, Sophia, but I notice the small things about you, Sophia. The moles on your back. I never seen her naked, but she would text me pics. Anyway. The moles on your back, the lines on your fingers, the smell of your perfume, and you hid behind your friends. You try to fit in, and in doing so, you lose so much of your personality. You're just a girl who wants to find the perfect soulmate. You love BTS, 21 Pilots. You dream to go to Korea and learn the language. You want to travel the world, become a pilot like your dad. Or I notice the small things like how you cover your mouth with your hand when you laugh. Or how you bite your lip. Or the way that you talk, your body movements. Your mannerisms. I memorized all of it. You saying that you want to devote yourself to your religion. Maybe that's true, Sophia. Maybe you do want to devote yourself to your religion. Maybe half of it is true. If you truly want to become Mormon, the community is strong, but you're conflicted. Because you want both. But you can't. You can't have both. You choose family over your own happiness. That's where we have one thing in common. We will always do anything for love. even risking our own happiness for others. But I will never exchange my happiness to make others happy. I just hope you found your way and you're 100% comfortable with who you are. Your dreams are simple. You want marriage, a kid, a house, a dog. Maybe you can have it with him, with your new husband. But in my opinion, Sophia, you need to dream bigger. You need to have bigger goals in life. You used to edit videos, you used to be so into makeup, you used to draw. Where's that goal? Don't conform to small goals, Sophia. Improve yourself every day. Stop comparing yourself to other girls. Stop comparing, oh, I'm too tall, I'm too skinny, I don't have big boobs. Stop comparing yourself to other girls. It's funny how lust does to someone. When I first saw you, I thought you were the hottest girl I ever seen. I mean, I thought you were hotter than Megan Fox at one point in my life. I really thought that. I thought you were Megan Fox herself in the flesh. After moving on, when I looked at your Instagram pictures, to be honest, I thought, God damn, I used to date that. Ooh, yikes. To be honest. It's funny how your brain rewires itself after when you break up. You think someone is so hot, then you break up, you move on, then you go, yikes! I kissed that? Yikes! You probably think the same to me, so it doesn't matter. I say to myself, wow! You used to look like that? I don't find you ugly, but I'm not attracted to you anymore. It's weird how that works. I'm not sexually attracted to you anymore. I don't miss you anymore. My heart doesn't yearn for you anymore. I used to like tall girls. Now I don't. Now I want a short girl in my life. I used to be into more nicer girls, the preppy girls. Now I want something more darker. Something more real. Something more authentic. I want a girl that can fart in my face. You know what I mean? It's funny how my brain rewired itself. I used to find you so beautiful. Now I don't. Because honestly, Sophia, your personality ruins it for me. Maybe you feel the same about me. I don't care. This is my life, and this is my choice. You did introduce me to new music. I do have to give you that. Some of it was on my part because when I was moving on, I looked up sad songs on YouTube, sad songs to listen to. After us ending things. But Lost Stars by Jungkook was one of the many songs you showed me that I actually enjoyed. These are memories that I will cherish, but I won't reminisce on them either. The memories are there, but it doesn't mean I have to relive them every day. It's like visiting your parents for the holidays. It's nice once or twice a year to see them, to recall the happy memories, but of course, you are reminded why you moved out in the first place. And then the cycle repeats. You visit your mom for Christmas, you have a good time, and go back to your life. I can still remember the sound of your heartbeat as I laid my head on your chest. Us standing, hugging each other, leaning against the wall. Literally, we would stand against a wall, hugging each other. Honestly, our relationship, it reminded me of penguins, how penguins would stand in the cold, hugging each other. We literally did that. It was kind of cute, to be honest with you, looking back on it. We would go behind the school, stand next to the red brick wall, and hug each other until the bell rang. You on the inside, me on the outside. Sophia, her spot, she always wanted to lean on the wall because she's taller, so it's just more comfortable. And then me on the outside, leaning on Sophia. We were shielded by the roof whenever it rained or snowed, whenever it got cold. That moment was once the best part of my day. Hugging you on a wall. That was the best part of my day. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, during the school day. My hands inside your shirt, my music blasting softly in the background as you complained about my music taste. You in your white tank top, unbuttoned red flannel that you always wore. My face touching your chest, hearing your warm heartbeat against my ears. It felt kind of nice, you know, laying your head on, if you ever laid your head on someone's chest and you hear their heartbeat, and especially if you're laying your head on a girl, the boobs. Ah, my God, my head touched her boobs. It's magical. But the thought of me touching her boobs now, ew! I'd rather kiss a man and then kiss her again. Ooh. Yeah. There was once a time all I wanted was to hear that heartbeat. Now I don't crave it. I don't need it anymore. Have you heard that Aaliyah is gay now? When I found out, I literally laughed. I found out on social media. Social media is good for some things. I let out a loud laugh. She even uses they, them pronouns. Who knew the girl who's Mormon, who also made fun of me for being myself, being my 100% authentic self, turned out to be gay after all. And she is married. She's married to a girl, who uses, they, them pronouns, sorry. Who knew? I actually never seen Aaliyah smile once in school. That's why I have no hard feelings for her and the rest of my bullies who turned out to be gay. There's a lot of bullies that bullied me that turned out to be gay. It's kind of funny. There's always a reason why people are mad, why people pick on you. I find it unfair that Mormonism is a strict lifestyle. It's not fair. That you let Mormonism win. You can be gay and still be Mormon. I mean, there's gay Christians out there. There's a million of them who are gay and are also Christian. But I have no hard feelings for the people who bullied me in school who ended up being gay. Because when you really look at it, it's a bit sad and you understand why. I have never seen Aaliyah smile before, but in her Instagram pictures, she is livid. Her smile can light up a whole room. I have never seen her smile in real life. But in these Instagram pictures that I've seen, oh my God, you would think she have seen God right in front of her eyes. Her smile is so bright. So I have no hard feelings for her anymore. It's just funny how that is. She made fun of me for being loud, for being gay. Turns out, she was just mad at herself that she couldn't be as loud and proud as I was at 17. I guess being Mormon is different. I don't know. You tell me, Sophia. Also, remember Ammon Haywood? He's gay. We all knew Ammon was gay. I knew he was gay in elementary school. But he just didn't come out of the closet until after high school. But we all knew he was kind of gay. We all knew. Like, come on. And Ammon Haywood also bullied me in school. He bullied me for the same reasons Aaliyah bullied me. I was too loud. I have bad music taste. I'm gay. But I don't have no hard feelings for Ammon anymore. I don't. I knew Ammon was gay before he came out. We all knew he was gay. But Aaliyah, I mean, I would have never guessed Aaliyah was gay. If you came up to me and said, "Hey, do you remember Aaliyah, Sophia's friend who bullied you? Guess what? She's gay, and she's married, and she also uses they them pronouns." I'm sorry I keep saying she. I have to use they them pronouns. I don't want to disrespect anyone who uses they them pronouns. But I would have never guessed, literally, never guessed that they were gay. Never would have guessed. But that's because I didn't understand why your friend hated me so much. Now I do understand, and I'm not mad about it. Sydney, the friend that we both had in common, smokes weed now. If you would have came up to me in the past and said, "Yo, in the future, Sydney is going to be a weed smoker," I wouldn't believe you. I would be, yeah, bullshit. She smokes weed now. My friend Cheyenne told me she saw her in a weed shop because my friend Cheyenne works at a weed dispensary. And one day Sydney came in to buy some weed. And Cheyenne told me about it because she was just as shocked as I was. And when Sydney was at the cash register paying for items, out of nowhere, this is what Cheyenne told me. I'm just going off of what Cheyenne told me. Cheyenne told me that out of nowhere, Sydney just goes, "Oh, these are for a friend. I'm just buying these for a friend." Yeah, sure. It's for a friend. Yeah, sure. I mean, why is everyone who is Mormon in denial? I find it funny. Like, sure, Sydney, it's for a friend. All of Sophia's friends are Mormons. Mormons are like a different species from any other religion that I know of. I mean, it's a cult. Christians, Catholic, Lutherans, it's a religion, but it's not a cult. It's not a cult-like religion. Mormon is. Mormons stick to each other. I never met a Mormon who didn't have other friends that weren't Mormon. Your husband is Mormon too. Olivia Brownfield. You remember Olivia? We all remember Olivia. She was a golden girl in school. Olivia was actually nice. She was one of the Mormons that did not bully me. So shout out to you, Olivia. Where was I? Oh, guess what? She went to the same college as I did. And she dyed her hair blue and has the pride flag in her Instagram bio. Maybe she's a straight ally. A lot of people you were friends with are either no longer Mormon or they are gay or doing drugs. Just because Olivia dyed her hair blue doesn't mean she's gay. Doesn't mean that. And doesn't mean that she has the pride flag emoji in her Instagram bio. Doesn't mean that she's gay. She could be a straight ally. But when I seen Olivia in college, walking around, we didn't have any of the same classes. But when I was here up in the hallways, she looks kind of gay. She looks kind of gay. I'm just saying. I think Sophia has some kind of spell where all of her friends just turn magically gay. I don't know. Maybe it's something in the Mormon religion that's like reverse psychology. Don't be gay. Gay is bad. And all of the people that are Mormon are gay. A lot of her friends turn out to be gay. Sophia friends. They're Mormon, then they just happen to be gay years later. I'm just saying. It's a weird coincidence. Maybe it was always meant to be, Sydney. Maybe it was all meant to be. Sydney and I hanged out in middle school. And this was even before I knew you existed. Me and Sydney was friends way before I met you. But I guess Sydney, apparently, has been your friend at church. You just went to a different school at that time because at my town you had 2 different middle schools. So funny how that is. Small world. My friend is your friend. Me and Sydney, we honestly haven't talked since our breakup. She never was homophobic, but I think she hated me for turning you gay. I think she hated me for that reason. I mean, whatever that means. She stopped talking to me. Sydney chose her best friend over her other best friend, which is me. She took your side in the end, but I'm okay with it, Sophia. I'm used to it. My friendship history hasn't always been the best. She never was a good friend anyway. If she flipped on me that fast, she's not a very loyal friend. Sometimes I do wonder if Sydney is doing alright. I'm kind of scared to talk to her, text her on Instagram. Because she has a loud mouth. It's not necessarily a bad thing. She'll probably tell you that I texted her. And Sophia, you'll probably stalk me on Instagram and find a link to my YouTube channel. And find this video. I don't know how you react if you ever do watch this video. Maybe you changed, maybe not. So I'm not taking any chances with you. With you reporting my YouTube video or YouTube channel or something along those lines. I cannot afford that loss, to be honest with you. YouTube means everything to me, so that's why I'm making this video so my fans can get to know the real me. I need to teach them it's okay to be honest and learn to let go. I just hope you find your purpose in life just like your Mormon friends did. They honestly look very happy, especially Aaliyah. I mean, she looks happy. So I just hope you find your purpose just like Aaliyah did. Because Aaliyah, she finally branched out and became her best self by becoming gay, by becoming who they're really meant to be. I keep using she, her pronouns. I'm sorry, I'm just used to calling Aaliyah she a lot. You could always have both, Sophia. It's your life, your choice. You don't have to punish yourself. If you want to become a devoted Mormon, and then become that. If you also want to explore your sexuality, and then do that. Being happy is all that matters in life. If a person is not happy, what's the point of continuing to live? I don't know how you're feeling, so I say this to you. Just be happy. Just because my favorite color is blue, don't mean I can't wear other colors of the rainbow. One time you told me, Alyssa, I wish I never fucking met you. Those are harsh words to say to somebody. But if I could, I would go back and do it again. I'll explain why. I mean, I may do things a bit differently, but if I had the chance, I would meet you again. Because if I never met you, I wouldn't know the difference between love or lust. If I never met you, I would never learn these life lessons that I could teach to my YouTube channel. I would never become insane. I mean, I think I've always been insane. I just haven't unleashed that beast yet, and you helped me get the key inside of my heart. I mean, I think I would still be insane. You know, I still would have found my way, but it would have just taken me longer to become insane. Maybe if I could go back, I wouldn't have opened as much to you. I would have probably ended things within 2 months. You know, I should have experienced my first kiss, my first girlfriend, and then left before things got ugly. Because the first 2 months was magical with you. October and May, the whole school year, we were on and off. I should have experienced my first kiss, had fun flirting with you, and as soon as things got ugly, as soon as you cheated on me with the guy, I should have just fucking left. I should have. But I stayed, and you convinced me to stay, so I just stayed. It was fun for 2 months. I should have saw the signs when you said, I've never been with a girl before. I'm just experimenting. If someone says they're just experimenting, leave. I mean, Sophia, same with me. I've never been with a girl before. So what difference does it make? I mean, I don't understand why you had to bring that up, that you never been with a girl before. I never been with a girl before too. You were my first relationship. But to be honest, Sophia, you were probably more. I mean, you were more experienced with. You were more experienced than me when it came to relationship because you already had your first kiss out the way. You already dated, so you already know what it's like being in a relationship. I was the amateur here. I never held hands with a girl before. I never did anything. I never been in a relationship before. I never kissed a girl. I never did anything. It's sad, Sophia, that you're the only girl that I ever fucking kissed. And it's like I'm tainted now because the only girl that I ever kissed is you. And that's the only memory I have. And it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. Because our relationship wasn't good, but it also wasn't bad either. So when I look back on my memories, it's like, ew, I kissed that? You know what I mean? It's like I'm tainted, you know? I'm spoiled milk, you know? You were the first girl I ever kissed, and you were the only girl I ever kissed. Present day, as of now, you're still the only girl I've ever kissed. And I'm 23 years fucking old. It's selfish how you said, you wish you never met me. I mean, I'm not inside your head, so I don't know what you're thinking. I honestly don't know how I made you feel during that relationship because, again, there's always three sides to every story. My truth, your truth, and the actual truth. I don't know if I was ever of value to you. What's the point of being in a relationship when you only want the good and not the bad? It's fucking boring. That's not love. You fight for love. Our meaning of love is different. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I am insane. I know I have my own problems to work through. My obsessive qualities. Let me get closer to you. I'm always going to be obsessive. That's my personality. At least I know I will always be loyal and never cheat on anyone in my life. Being obsessive comes with its pros and cons. A girl can cheat on me, kill my dog, steal all of my money, and I'll still say, it's okay, I love you. I'm sensitive when it comes to love. Maybe you used my weakness against me. I didn't know that I had obsessive qualities in high school. That is just something that I've realized over the years. I knew there was something wrong with me, but I never gave it a word, you know. I never knew a lot of people don't feel the way that I feel. But apparently it's not natural for someone to become obsessive. But I never gave my obsessive personality a label. I never gave it a word. And I never knew why I would get attached to people so easily. I know I'm not mentally healthy. I'm like a dog to its master. All you have to do is pet me one time, give me that one piece of bread, that one time when I'm hungry, and I'll love you forever. Buying a dog's love is easy, but breaking their heart is even harder. No matter how many times you abuse the dog, he will always love you. Yeah, he will start to become closed off, timid, scared. Yeah. He might become less playful, more aggressive, but that dog will always love you. But even then, dogs can have more than one owner. It happens all the time in rescue dogs. A dog can come from a bad home and when a new owner comes around, they are rehabilitated, and yeah, it takes time for a dog to heal, but it's possible. Soon the dog will love the new owner, and the dog will learn how to catch a ball again. Soon the dog will get its appetite back. Soon the dog will be happy again. That dog will always love its first owner. That dog will always love all of its owners. Sure, there will be a sound or an object that triggers a bad memory for the dog, but that's why their new current owner will be there to help him. I'm that dog, Sophia. One day, I'll find me a new owner who loves me for the person that I actually am. That owner will show me how to catch that ball again, how to smile again, how to love again. But I won't ever forget you, Sophia. A dog never forgets its owner, no matter how mean they were to them. But I will never forget you. I'll just be with my new owner, who loves me, who treats me better, and who gives me tons and tons of treats. Sure, I'll have my bad days, but I'll have more good days, and then bad days. If I'm happy, most of the times that I'm sad, and then I'll take my chances with getting a new owner any day. It's easy to earn a dog's trust. It's hard to make a dog disloyal. We all move on, even dogs who are homeless, abused. Every dog has a family. Every dog has a person they love. There's no such thing as a bad dog, only bad owner. It's easy to give a dog away that's hard to train, but there's one person out there who's willing to take that extra time to help that dog. There's always that one person who's not afraid to go above the expectations of the mission. No dog is impossible to train. I'm always going to be obsessive. That's not changing. I just need to learn when to let go. This is how I view our current relationship now. We are neighbors. I don't hate you, I don't like you. But if we so happen to be outside at the same time, taking out the trash at the same time, we acknowledge each other. But we will not let that one interaction consume our thoughts the whole day. We are grown-ups. We are adults now. If we see each other, or even if we even get that chance to meet again, we say hi. Maybe I'll ask you how you're doing, but I won't get into the specifics. We are neighbors. I'll stay on my side of the grass and you stay on yours. Don't take concern on when I'll trim my grass or when I'll water my grass. Don't concern yourself who I'm having over for dinner. Don't send out an HOA email of how I skipped mowing my lawn for the second time this week. I won't touch your grass, so don't touch mine. I won't concern myself if you're having a barbecue in your backyard. I won't concern myself if you left your front porch light on at night and have to pay extra for your light bill. That's your business. I will not tell you if you left your headlights on to your car, so the next morning your car battery is dead. That is your business. Your materials are your own responsibility, not mine. And I want you to know that I want you to do the same thing with me. If I left my car battery on at night, or if I left my car lights on, don't tell me. I'll have to learn that lesson myself. If someone breaks into my home, don't make it your business. It's mine. Don't stare at me when I'm washing my car at 7 p.m. at night. It's my business. I'll leave you alone and you leave me alone. Call it being ignorant. Call it being ignorant. Can't pronounce that word. Ignorant. Ignorant. You know what I mean. It means angry. Ignorant. Call it how you want. This is what I want in the perfect world. To acknowledge each other, but we're not friends, we're not enemies. I don't dream about you anymore. I don't listen to music for you anymore. I don't dress up for you anymore. I'm not going to change myself for you anymore. I don't talk the way you want me to talk anymore. I talk how I want. I am insane and you are Sophia. We are our own people now. I don't own you anything, and you don't owe me anything. Do not invite me over to your house. Do not complain that my garage door is open all the time. Do not ring my doorbell for anything. I'll stay on my side and you stay on yours. If by any chance there is a problem, hypothetically, a tree falls down and it's in both of our lawns, or the mailman delivered your mail to my house, we console like adults. We split the pay to get the tree removed. We talk to the board of the HOA committee, whoever that is. We both have equal say. If your mail is delivered to my house, I'll leave it on your front step. Hell, maybe I'll even throw it on your lawn. Or I may call the post office and have them get it that way. But yet again, that's a lot of work to do. I may tell you about it, I may not. Maybe I'll just throw your mail away without telling you. Actually, I can't, because that's a felony. I may walk over to your door, ring the doorbell, place the mail on the floor ever so nicely, and leave. I won't wait for you to answer the door. And I would want you to do the same too. If your mail is delivered at my house, I'll knock on your door, but I will not wait for you to get home from work or wait for you to get to the door. I ring the bell and leave. I'm not waiting for you anymore, Sophia. You can wait for your own damn self. But yeah, I would want you to do the same too, if that ever so happens in the perfect world, in the scenario where we live next to each other. But obviously, this is a metaphor. We will never live next to each other, Sophia. But this is just a metaphor. We are nothing but neighbors. We respect each other's privacy and property. You don't consume my brain anymore. If we see each other, we say hi, and it's not a big deal. I won't gossip about you to the neighbors, and you won't gossip about me to the neighbors either. We say nothing bad about each other, but we say nothing good either. We are responsible adults. When I take out the trash, don't think much into it. I will never look for ways to have more interactions with you. If you see me taking out the trash, I'm just taking out the trash. If you see me taking out the trash 4 times a day, don't read into it. Maybe I'm doing a little spring cleaning. I will not go out of my way to see you. If I'm outside, I'm outside. I'm minding my own business. There's nothing wrong with taking out the trash no matter what time of the day it is. If I want to take out the trash every hour of the day, I'm gonna do it. Don't read into my actions. Don't cipher my every move. There's no hidden meaning behind it. If I mow my lawn every day, it's my business. Maybe I want a good cardio session in. Maybe I have guests over, and I want my yard to look nice. But I won't be a dick about it either. I won't mow my lawn at 3 a.m. in the morning, but I also won't wait for my neighbors to wake up. I'll be considerate to the best of my ability, but I won't go out of my way. If I piss people off, I piss people off. I will not change my schedule because it's best for you, but I will be considerate, but I will not go out of my way to reschedule my day around you. If my dog poops in your yard, I'll pick it up. If you see my dog poop in your yard, don't make a big deal out of it. I'll pick it up. And that's it. I'll be respectful. If your kid throws a ball into my window, I suspect you to pay for damages. I won't be mad. I shouldn't have to be mad anyway, because I shouldn't be the one paying for your own mistakes. Well, your own kids' mistakes. And I'll do the same. If my dog runs through your yard and chews your water hose, I'll pay for any damages. Before I met you, I never used social media except from Twitter and Facebook. My social media use was healthy. I never had social media on my phone. I downloaded Instagram and Snapchat and all the other apps for you. You forced me to get these social media apps because you thought it was weird that I did not have any. Now, the only social media app I use as of now, is Instagram and Twitter. I deleted TikTok and Snapchat and all the other apps you made me download because, in my opinion, it had no use. Instead of brain rot, there's no point of scrolling through videos that won't help me and texting friends that don't even matter to me. And what's the point of sending streaks on Snapchat anyway? You're not gonna die. Just recently, I deleted Facebook. Facebook is bad for me because I only used it to stalk people. I only use it to stalk my bullies, my exes, you and my crushes and people I went to school with. It was bad for me, so it had to go. Now I only use Instagram and Twitter because to me they have purpose and I like it. Instagram is fun, but it's not brain rot. It has pictures of your favorite celebrities, funny memes, and Twitter is good for news and gossip in the media. And I also use YouTube, but I don't view YouTube as a form of social media. I use it as a form to express my true identity by making YouTube videos. I still need to work on not looking up my bullies on Instagram because I do that too, and my former crushes and of course you on Instagram. This letter should help. Maybe I should consider deleting Instagram, off of my phone, so I won't have to deal with that temptation. I'm obsessive with an addictive personality. I text a few people on Instagram, and I also use it as a form of communication. I'm going back to my old habits. Back to 2010. Back to when people didn't use phones for entertainment. They used the computer to log into Tumblr. No one had Tumblr on their phone. You did that on a computer when you got home from school. I'm done with using social media on my phone. It's too easily accessible. I am done sitting on the toilet, taking my morning poop, and taking 30 minutes to take a poop when I'm scrolling through Instagram. I'm going old school, using the computer for social media. No more laying in bed watching TV scrolling on my phone. No more pooping in the morning. No more scrolling on my phone when I'm pooping in the morning. And staring at memes that are completely useless. I need to go back to 2016 before my depression happened. I used social media only on my computer after school for about 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and I was happy about it. I was entertained. I was happy, but now I'm just physically, mentally drained. Don't blame me for making this video. I'm just doing what's right for me. Call this video weird or obsessive. Everyone has their own way of moving on, and this is mine. I'm obsessive, so this video has to be just as much obsessive. Do not judge me. Do not twist my words around. I'm doing nothing illegal here. I know how you think, Sophia, okay? I know how you think. Maybe you changed, but I'm only saying this to protect myself. I blurred your face out of respect. I didn't have to because your Instagram profile is on public. You already consented to the Instagram guidelines when you signed up of strangers seeing you. It's public information. I found your wedding video from your husband's social media account and found a link to the video. It's public information. Your videographer who filmed your wedding, he posts his client's work on his YouTube channel. You're not the only couple exploited here, and I'm sure you already knew that when you signed up for his work. I never said your last name. I never said your husband's name. All they have to do, well, all of my devoted fans have to do is type in on YouTube, Sophia and ... wedding video, and it's there. They can see your face, they can see all of it. And I did that out of respect, Sophia. I didn't have to, since you already consented to your personal life being on the internet. If you don't want strangers to see you, make your social media accounts on private, and don't consent to your videographer posting it on their YouTube channel. This is not breaking the law, and you could do the exact same to me. Start a YouTube channel and share your side of the story. Using clips from my own YouTube channel for your own benefit. And use clips and pictures from my own social media. I won't be mad, because I've already consented to my life being in the public's eye. Censor my face or don't censor my face, it will not matter. I choose what I share on the internet. I already gave permission to the rest of the world, and I choose to be honest. I choose to share a lot about my personal life, because this is my life, my choice, and it's my style of making YouTube videos. This is my style of being honest. But we don't need to start any unnecessary drama. We are adults now. But you can start a YouTube channel and talk about me. I don't care. I don't. Because I don't care about you anymore. Now, I used to never think about the future. Now I do. You can't use this video against me. No one can use me ever again. No one can take advantage of me ever again. Because now I always think outside the box. I always think worst case scenario. I always think best case scenario. I always think all of the possible options at my disposal. I know how you think. I'm not breaking the law. This isn't even a misdemeanor. This is not breaking the law whatsoever. Your personal life is made public by you. It's public knowledge, Sophia, and you can't say that it's not. You can say that I'm being weird. You can't say that I'm being weird. You can't say what I'm doing is wrong. I thought a lot about this. What also would be wrong if your social media account is on private and I created a fake identity account, for example. We have a common friend, well, we used to have a common friend, Sydney. Okay? Sydney likes Harry Potter. I could make an Instagram account and post random pictures regarding Harry Potter from gathering from Google and creating a following and portfolio for about six months before I follow you. And then you'll say, huh, I didn't know Sydney had a fan account dedicated to her love for Harry Potter. I didn't know that. I'll give her consent to follow me. And then you'll accept her follow and give Sydney her permission to see your account. And then Sydney, I will go quickly into your account, screenshot and screen record everything that I can, look through your followers and following to see how much information I can gather from you. And then, when I get everything that I needed, I will quickly delete the fake account before you knew it was fake. I will delete the account before you find out Sydney never even created a second account. Because I know it will come up in a conversation. Oh, hey Sydney, I saw that you followed me on my Instagram account. I didn't know you had a second Instagram account that you made 6 months ago that you told me nothing about. And then Sydney will text back, I don't have a second account. I don't have a second account. Who made a fake account about me? And then Sophia will go, oh my god, who is this? I will be long gone, Sophia. I will make that account, and I will make that account 6 months prior to even following you so that it looks somewhat real. And then I'll go into your account once you give me permission to look at it, and then I'll delete that account. That's how diabolical I think. That is how obsessive I am. But I don't act on my obsessive tendencies. I have self-control. I didn't need to do that. And I'm not going to do that anyway. Your account is public, so anyone can follow you. Anyone can look you up. So I didn't even need to use that step. And even if that was an option to me, I wouldn't have done that because I'm over you. I moved on. But I'm just saying, that is how obsessive I am. I think about stuff like that. But if I did, that would not be okay. That would be against the law. But even if your account was on private, I would still never do that. That is just how I think. That's a crime. Falsifying someone's identity to get closer to you. Social media is dangerous. You never know who's behind that profile picture. True love ain't always easy, Sophia. What I have, there is no cure. Love is my weakness. But it's also my strength. Love is dangerous for me. It's just how my brain is wired, I guess. They say being obsessive stems from not being loved enough as a kid, being alone a lot. I crave attention because no one told me they loved me when I was a kid. Maybe WebMD and all these random YouTube videos that I watched on my condition, it's true. Maybe they're right. Who knows? Trust me though, I did my research about why my personality is like this. Sometimes I hate having my personality, the fact that I have this. And then other times, I kind of find it adoring. Because it's good. Because it's a good trait to have. Because at least my next girlfriend, my next wife, will know I am her ride or die no matter what happens in this world. And that's the truth. But also, I'm easy to take advantage of. I'll do anything for love. Harley Quinn is by far my favorite fictional character of all time. I relate a lot to her when she said, and they tell you that the music you like ain't real music at all, and all the cruelty. It tears you apart after a while. When Harley Quinn said that in Suicide Squad, I felt that. Because that is what you told me. You told me that my music taste wasn't even real at all.
Slash your tires and they kill your dogs and tell you that the music you like ain't real music at all, and all the cruelty. Tears you apart after a while.
I wish someone will love me the way Harley Quinn loves the Joker. Well, I should really say the way Harley Quinn loves Poison Ivy. The Joker wasn't good for her. You are my Joker. You made me insane. But I moved on. And Harley Quinn, she found someone better, who treats her better, who's just as obsessed as her. And that's Poison Ivy. One day I will find my Poison Ivy. I saw this reel on Instagram one day, and commented this. It has over 2.3k likes, and so far 57 people have replied to this comment so far. Harley Quinn never was insane. The world was too insane to see the real Harley Quinn. Deep down inside, she's a girl with a broken heart who wants to be loved. It never was her fault. She just fell for the wrong guy at the right time. She's more than just a fictional character to me. She's real. I'm glad people can relate to me. It's comforting to know that other people are insane like me. It gives me hope that I'll find my soulmate for life. I don't fall in love just to fall in love. I fall in love for the pain, for the smiles, for the sleepless nights. I want all the good, I want all the bad. The picket white fence and the 9-to-5 job. Sweetie, I'll be home for dinner. I don't want that life. I want more. That's what you want, but that's not what I want. I want the type of love that Mr. and Mrs. Smith have. You know, I want that type of love. I don't want normal. Normal is boring. I have to let you go. I can't save you anymore. I have to find my poison ivy. I have to find my Mrs. and Mr. Smith. I have to find my new owner. I used to be happy. Before I met you, my heart is forever broken. And when a heart is broken, yeah, you can put back the pieces, but there will always be scars. You wanna know how I got these scars? One day my father, he comes home crazy. I'm sorry. There will always be scars, there will always be these little cracks. For example, you can have a giant scratch on the door of your car, and no matter how many times you get it detailed, no matter how many times you paint over it with the right color of paint, that scratch will always be a different color and then the rest of the car, and you know it. I mean, from a distance, you can't even tell that door has ever been scratched from a distance. But if you look closer, you can see the difference. You can see the color. You can see the difference of the colors. And that is a metaphor. If you don't understand what that means, then I have no idea what to tell you. From a distance, I look happy. But if you get to know me more, you look closer, you notice a lot of flaws about me, around my body. From a distance, I look fine, but as Tony Montana once said, the eyes never lie, Chico. The eyes, they never lie. Look closer, Sophia. Look closer. I lost that sparkle in my eyes. It died when Alyssa Morley died. I don't blast music anymore in the hallways. I mean, I'm not at school anymore, but I don't blast music how I used to. I don't even have my speaker anymore. The songs that I used to like, it's like there's this wall, this bridge. Yeah, I'm seeing the lyrics. I can hear the words, but I don't understand the lyrics. I can't touch the lyrics how I used to touch them. That's what she said. The lyrics don't touch my soul anymore. The movies that I used to like don't make laugh anymore. Video games don't feel enjoyable anymore. My heart has a scratch, and that's always going to be a different shade of red, and then the rest of my body. I remember how you used to make me feel. And I also remember how you used to be so beautiful. You broke my heart at 17, and I never got over it. How did you break my heart, Sophia, without even trying? That's what I want to know. How are you still on my mind when we're not even talking to each other? You know? I just finished watching the season finale of Cobra Kai. It's a wonderful TV show on Netflix. Sometimes I think that I'm Johnny Lawrence himself. Because he hit rock bottom at 18, and he carried losing the All Valley his whole life, literally his whole life. He never amounted to anything because he let his loss at the All Valley dictate his life. While he picked himself up, becoming a sensei, he got married, had a kid, and then he won the Seikai Taikai for his team, and he also won the Seikai Taikai for himself because he got the opportunity to fight sensei versus sensei, and he won. I actually don't know how he did it because that guy was 30 years younger than him. But hell, Johnny did it. And now he's happy. He redeemed himself. Maybe my life will start late. Maybe I am a late bloomer. Maybe I'll peak in life at 45 like Johnny did in Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai never dies. No mercy, sir. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sure. Yes, sure. Cobra Kai never dies. On the days that I'm happy, I'm also sad. I know that I'll never be at 100%. I wish I didn't delete my old pictures that I took of me in high school, so I could show people what I looked like before when I met you. And I could also show you what I looked like when I was happy. But after everything, I hated looking at myself. I deleted everything that had a picture of myself. I had to start fresh. High school was the best time of my life. I had friends, but I didn't have very loyal friends too. You had more than me. I just wanted to fit in. I'm not good with friendship. All of my friends that I had bullied me for being gay and Asian. They started calling me Gaysian. At first I thought it was funny because it's a good play on words. You know, I'm gay and I am Asian, so you put those two together, you get Gaysian. But word got around and even the freshmen started saying it. How humiliating it was for the freshmen to start bullying a senior. I felt like a loser. Even the freshmen got heard of my drama, but even then, I was still happy. I had my music to listen to. I blasted my music in school. I was always that one kid that would walk around in school with this speaker. I was always that kid. There was a couple of us, but the teachers always tolerated me more. And then the other kids, because I didn't blast music in the hallways, I was kind of considerate. And if I did blast music in the hallways, I would blast it at half volume and I wouldn't blast inappropriate songs like most of these kids would do. And also, I blasted a lot of old songs from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. So teachers took a liking of me, but a lot of the students hated me because I was gay, I was Asian. They also made fun of my music taste because they made fun of me because I didn't blast, Fetty Rap or 21 Savage or Little Pump on my speakers. And they bullied me for it, that my music taste wasn't up to their standards. But yeah, a lot of the teachers took a liking of me, especially a lot of the older teachers loved it. I had a couple of teachers come up to me and say, "Wow, I haven't heard that song since I was 19. Oh, wow, I haven't heard that song in a couple of years. I think I'm going to listen to it tonight. Thank you so much." But now I don't listen to music as much as I used to. I sit in silence when eating breakfast. But now I'm trying to regain my love for music by learning the guitar and piano. It's working, but it'll take time. I don't blast music as much, I don't sing out loud to my favorite songs anymore when my parents are out shopping and I'm home alone. If I'm home alone, I'll just lay in my bed, read a book, watch TV, work on YouTube, like I'm doing now, working on YouTube. And that's it, Sophia. I don't feel like a kid anymore. You had more friends than me. I mean, look at your wedding. All of these people, they came for you. If I had a wedding, I'll have maybe 5 people show up on my side of the family, and that's just on my side. Mom, Dad, Cheyenne, Allegra, my 2 dogs. No, that's 6 people. But Cheyenne and Allegra live in different states, as I do, so I don't know. And Mom and Dad aren't too accepting of my sexuality, so I don't know either. I know I can count on my dogs, Candy and Lucky. To be honest, I'd rather have one person come to my wedding and then a litany of strangers that I don't even know. I don't care about my social media status anymore. I mean, the only status I care about is YouTube, of course. But outside of YouTube, all the other social media apps, it doesn't matter. You moved on quicker than me, and I don't care if you moved on quicker than me. I don't care. And that's completely fine with me. I just showered. Now it's time for me to get rid of this filth. My body's clean. Now it's time to get my body clean. I mean, my mind clean. 2 pages left, and let's go. This video may get copyrighted, who knows. I'm going to insert clips and show the video series that I talked about earlier that I made for you. If I get copyrighted, I get copyrighted. Funny how, as this letter started, it's funny how in the beginning of this letter, my handwriting was all nice and pretty. Now look at it. Well, you can see it here. I inserted images. It's funny how that is. I'm not wasting any more time on you. My handwriting, you can't even read it, is illegible. And I made a lot of spelling errors, but like I said, I am not wasting any more time on you than I have to. The audience can interpret the meaning of the video however they want. The video I edited for you, the water can symbolize the feeling of me feeling like I was drowning in the relationship. And the woman, the girls, can symbolize you're the only girl for me. Out of all these other girls, I only want you. But I don't feel like that anymore. And at the end, when the guy's chained up, that's me. I am trapped. I actually still feel like I'm trapped. I am in prison of my own disease of being obsessed. I never said in this video, you are 100% wrong. I also never said you are right either. Same with me. I never said I'm 100% right. or I'm 100% wrong. I'm not trying to play the victim card here. We are all victims in our own little way. I never said I'm not the problem either. Do not twist my words around. I'm trying my best not to leave anything out in this video because I am sure, since I have a tendency to overthink and overanalyze, I am sure from a month from now, as I'm casually taking a shower or eating dinner, I'll be like, oh my god, I wish I should have said this. Oh wait, I should have said this in the video. I know how I am. I know. And if that happens, if I have more that I need to say, I'll come back to this video, leave a comment to clear my conscience. And leave it at that. I'll leave a comment, say what I need to say, and I'll leave. This is my last text I'm sending you. This is my final closure. This is my final goodbye to you. I know for sure that I'll find more words that I need to say after I have filmed and edited this video, but that's okay. As of now, I feel content with what I wrote. If by any point of me filming this video and I find something I need to say to you, I'll say it in the end of this video or just leave a simple comment below in this video. But I will not go out of my way to rewrite this letter. This is how it is. This is my first draft. This is my final draft. This is the only letter that I am ever going to write to you. I am done writing. And clearly my handwriting is not readable because I made spelling errors because I did not want to go out of my way to look up how to spell a word or intentionally write pretty. I did not want to go out of my way to do that. I wanted to say what I needed to say without it feeling like a college essay, without me feeling like, oh, I misspelled this word. Am I going to get an A on it? I wanted to say what I needed to say without the pressure. Even if I finish this video and I find more things, or I figure out more things that I need to say to you, I'll say it to them, to myself, out loud, to myself, or leave a comment below, like I said in this video. As you can see, there's a lot of sections in this letter that I repeat myself. I often repeat myself. I hate that about me. But I will not make another video, never make another video about you, and I will never make another letter about you. What I am saying in this video about you, that's it. It stays right here. It lives forever in this video and in the comment section. I'm done wasting my time on you. This is why I made this letter and video so extensive, because this has to last. I did not half-ass this video or letter at all, but I did not also waste any more time on you. I said what I needed to say. This is the last time I'll ever think about you. So I had to put work into this. That's how seriously I am taking this. I really want to move on for you. I really want to move on. I want to work hard at this and move on from you. I am done thinking about you. I am done. In high school, I had a nickname for you. Well, not mystery girl, that was before we started dating, but while we started dating, I had a nickname for you. Bear. I called you Bear when we texted. On Snapchat, that was your name. I changed your name to Bear with the little pink heart at the end of it because that's what you made me feel like. You were my little bear. I had a stuffed bear. I had a stuffed Winnie the Pooh. I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed. When I was little, I had a stuffed Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal. I had plenty of them. A lot. Maybe that's where it came from. Calling you Bear. Because you're my comfort animal. I'm not really sure. I called you Bear, and I need to let you go. You also called me, now that I'm thinking about it, your nickname for me was fucking awful. You called me Asian Elsa. Kind of racist, kind of derogatory. I can't pronounce that word. I know, I'm working on it with my speech impediment. I'm gonna link the word here. Derogatory? Derogatory. Yes, I got it. Derogatory. I just need to practice that a bit. Practice makes perfect. Derogatory. That was your nickname for me. And I thought it was fine. I thought it was cute. And my nickname for you was Bear, while you called me Asian Elsa. And now that I'm looking back on it, all the freshmen, all the seniors, everybody at school called me Gaysian. Because I was gay and I was Asian, and you called me Asian Elsa, because my name is Alyssa. And around that time, Frozen, the movie Frozen came out, so you called me Elsa, Asian Elsa. You didn't call me, little cute teddy bear. You didn't call me, oh, my little, I don't know what people call each other's partners, Oh, my cute little refrigerator, or, oh, my cute little potato. You didn't give me any cute nicknames. You just called me Asian Elsa. But I gave you a creative nickname, Bear. This is goodbye, Sophia. This is goodbye. I do want to talk about something here. I remember that you used to blame your height on everything. I remember one time you told me a story. You were working at Dairy Queen and you bumped into a fellow and he spilled Dr. Pepper or you spilled Dr. Pepper on him? I'm not very sure. Either way, you texted me that story, and then you said, I think it was because I'm 5'10". I think it's because I'm tall, that I'm just in everyone's way. You blamed your height on everything that you did. Oh, my legs hurt because I'm tall. Actually, I think that's actually a real thing, actually. But I just remember you telling me that story, that you were working at Dairy Queen after school, and you fell, or you bumped into someone and you fell and you spilled Dr. Pepper everywhere. And immediately you blamed it on your height. That is just one thing that one of the few things that I remember about you, that you kept complaining. You kept complaining about how you were skinny, how you didn't have big boobs, big ass. Your legs were too skinny, you had an ugly face, you wore glasses, and you were tall. None of the girls were tall. And I always told you not to beat yourself up. Because at the time, I said, Sophia, you are beautiful in my eyes. And I still don't know why you beat yourself up. I mean, you're very pretty. Not now, you're not. Because to be honest, my brain has rewired itself. I don't find you attractive anymore. But at the time, when I was 17 or 16 dating you, I thought you were Megan Fox yourself. I just wanted to put that out there. I just want to put everything that I'm feeling about you, everything that I think about you, every memory that I have of you, leave it all in this video. I remember I kicked your friend, what's his name? Oh, Zach. Oh my god, Zach. Oh, I wonder how he's doing now. Poor Zach. He was actually a pretty cool dude. I remember one time he started picking on me. I can't remember why. He wasn't he was never homophobic, never racist. He was picking on me for something. Damn, I forgot. And just as a joke, I kicked him in the ball. I didn't even kick him hard. I just, you know, tapped it. And you got mad at me for standing up for myself. Oh yeah, and then the principal, like the vice principal saw it, because he was outside. I didn't know he was outside. And then, but yeah, he left me off with the warning because, you know, he knew we were just joking around, but it was just so funny. Because right after I kicked him the ball, Zach went, "Oh, my ball!" And then you got immediately mad at me, which I kind of understand, kind of don't. You know, he is your friend, but he was also making fun of me. But anyway. You made fun of my friends, but I never hated you for it. I never did. But also, my friends would never make fun of you. That's the thing. When I was with my friends, hanging out with you, my friends didn't really make fun of you. They didn't tease you the way that your friends teased me. But my friends did talk. They did talk shit behind your back. I do have to admit, they did. Because they thought that you weren't good for me. Or they also thought, Alyssa, how did you land her? I mean, she is hot. She is too good for you. How did you do that? I think she's up to something. Turns out you were up to something. Sometimes it's too good to be true. But yeah, whenever your friends would tease me, and I would stand up for myself by kicking someone in the balls, or, you know, standing up to myself by saying something back, you would get mad at me. And the thing is that I never talked bad about your friends, too. I kind of just held it in and just whatever, you know? But if you hated my friends, oh, I had to know about it. That's all you talked about. You talked about how my friends this, how my friends that. But it doesn't matter anymore because I no longer talk with my high school friends anymore because some of them I realized they're not really good friends, they're not that loyal. And some friends I had were just friends that you had in high school. I remember I had a friend named Juliet. Very good friend, and she was a year younger than me. She was in the same grade as you. She was a junior when I was a senior, and we said that we were gonna stay in touch, and we just didn't. We talked for a couple months after I graduated. You know, I'll stay in touch, and we just fell off. Same thing with Keo. Same thing happened with Keo. I thought we were gonna be best friends forever, but then she moved away, and you know, but I did my part. You know, they said that, hey, we'll text each other every day. We did, and slowly they stopped responding to my text, and a lot of my friends were like that. Xander, I had a friend named Xander. I thought we were gonna be friends, and same thing. He was 2 years younger than me. He was in the grade 2 years below me, and same thing. I graduated. He had 2 years left of high school, and we just slowly stopped talking. And it's always on their part. You know, I always try to do my part. I always was the one to reach out, and eventually they stopped responding. Took them 2 weeks to respond back. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone broke. Oh. So I just caught on eventually. So eventually I just got the message and say, all right, Xander doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Okay. Sydney don't want to talk to me anymore. But she also had a reason because she was your friend and she was my friend. So she was kind of in a pickle. You know, she had to choose me or you so she chose you. Stopped talking because of that. Juliet, we just stopped talking because we just drifted apart. Kyo. We just drifted apart. Then I had a friend named Anthony. Oh my God, the scum of the earth. Oh, he's not the scum of the earth, but he was the one that invented Gaijin. Anthony, poor Anthony. He was the one that invented Gaijin. I started hanging out with him in middle school because no one else would hang out with me and no one would hang out with him. Figures, why would no one hang out with him? Because he's racist and he looks like Spock. Literally, his face, he looks like Spock. And he's dumb. All he talked about, literally every day, he's so immature. Literally every day he'd be like, oh, me Asian, you be doctor, you be doc. Literally, that's what he'll just say to me. But I just hanged out with him because no one else hanged out with me. I remember one time I was hanging out with him, just walking, and I had on a camouflage shirt. I had green joggers on. I had a gold chain. I had a gold watch. I had gold earrings on. And he said, Alyssa. I said, what? And then he said, Alyssa, you look black. I mean, what do you mean I look black? Anthony said, you just dress like you're black. Why do you dress like you're a black person? You're not black. And I said, what do you mean I dress like I'm black? I wear what I want to wear. And I also said, what's the difference? And he said, I don't know, you just look black. And I said, well, if I do, that's not my intention. And even if that was my intention, why is this such a big issue? You know, and he said, oh, I don't know, you just look black. And I just thought, oh my God, this kid he's just going in fucking circles. When I went to high school, I used to dress fucking cool. You know, I used to dress fucking cool, dude. I had Air Jordans on. I had a gold chain, a big ass gold chain. I wore flannels to school, button-ups to school, cool graphic tees to school. Ripped up jeans, white jeans, blue jeans, green jeans. I had all kinds of clothes. I still have those clothes. It's just that now that since my health conditions, I honestly, a lot of those clothes I don't fit in anymore. Well, a lot of the pants I don't fit in anymore, and because I like to wear my pants baggy, they do fit me. All of my pants still fit me. It's just that they don't feel baggy anymore. I hate that tight look. And my shirts, they used to feel baggy because I like my shirts to be a little, you know, baggy. And they're not as baggy anymore. And since I'm not going to school, I'm not showing off to anybody. You know, I just wear the same couple of outfits in a row. And also, I'm in the process of moving. So a lot of my clothes are packed up in a box. So I just wear the same couple of outfits in a row. But I used to dress up fucking... Yo, I used to look fucking cool. I used to look like a fuckboy. I used to look like Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore. Or Ronnie from Jersey Shore. You know, the graphic tee, ripped up, distressed jeans, you know, nice shoes. I gotta have my gold watch, gold chain, earrings. I wish I had a photo of me. I wish I had a photo of me back in high school. God, I wish. How does this have to do with anything with Sophia? How does this have to do anything with Sophia? But yeah, most of the people that I hung out with are no longer my friends because either we drifted apart or they were racist and I cut them off. I'd rather have one friend who is loyal to me and then have 10 friends who are not loyal to me. You can be my friend. YouTube is my friend. That's all I need. I'm not wasting another second filming this video. Goodbye, Sophia. In a minute, I will show you the videos that I edited for Sophia back in 2019. These videos are from my old channel that I posted these videos on my old channel. If I get copyrighted, I will link my old channel too below in this video, but I will also show you the videos right now. Now this is the full version. I did not re-edit this video at all, nor do I want to re-edit this video. I don't want to. I just wanted to put this video here because I did edit this video back in 2019 after my breakup. I only did it so I could cope with the breakup, and I also did it to get Sophia's attention, which she never responded back to. Only her friends did, so I'm sure a friend told Sophia. But in spite of me going through a difficult time in my life, I created art. Now, if by any chance I get copyrighted, I may, when I edit this video, I may just mute the music and play the video without mute or whatever. Anyway, you get the point. You can skip through the video or not watch the video. It's all up to you. But I wanted to leave this video here. I wanted to put this video here from my old channel to this channel and leave it here. I am done remembering the past. I am done thinking about her. I am done. Everything about her, everything that I need to say, I'm going to leave it in this video forever. And again, I want to paraphrase that I edited these 3 videos in 2019. And I posted it on my old channel. I have lost the password to that old channel. That's why I created this new YouTube channel, Insane, because I lost the password to my old YouTube channel. I just wanted to show you where my mind was at that point of time in my life. I hope you enjoy. I hope you can take something out of this video. Whether it's me editing these music videos together or this whole video collectively. No matter what you're going through, it's going to get better. I promise you. Fuck you, Sophia! Okay, so I got copyrighted on YouTube. As I finished editing this video, I uploaded it to YouTube. It took 5 hours to upload to YouTube because it's, the video's 3 hours long. Anyway, I got an email saying they got copyrighted. The part where I showed the 3-part video series that I edited, it got copyrighted for audio and visual purposes. So I thought, okay, audio's fine. I'll just use piano music in the background. So whatever, I did that. And then I'm like, okay, that solved the audio problem. Whatever. Then I'm like, oh shit, the visuals. So I added effects, I added a green screen, I added everything. And then I exported the video. I exported the video 3 times and I did that process over again. Exported the video, uploaded it to YouTube, and it still said copyrighted. So I'm like, fuck. So I edited the video again. I added more effects, more overlay images, things of that nature. And then I imported that video, then I exported it to YouTube, and then waited for it to upload, and then it said copyright again. So I'm like, fuck. So I added everything that I could. I tried to add emojis, fucking stickers, filters. It didn't work. So I decided, fuck you, Sophia. I am not wasting any more time on this video. This is so frustrating. So what I'm gonna do is that I am going to include a link to my old YouTube channel that has all the videos. I no longer have the password to this account because I made a new YouTube account because I lost the password to my old account anyway. I will include a link to this YouTube channel. You click on the link, it will take you to this channel called Alyssa, which is my real name. Don't tell that to anyone, it's a secret. I want you, if you're that interested in watching my videos, click on 1, 2, 3. So click on this video, and this video. The Back to Life Haley Steinfeld video is not necessary because it is not about Sophia. I made this because I love Haley Steinfeld and I love the Bumblebee. This is based on the Bumblebee movie, but click on comment on my old YouTube channel, but I will not comment back on that old account. Obviously, I forgot the password. But what I may do is that I will use my new account and I'll just reply to you guys from there on my old channel. If you're that interested, and I highly doubt anyone came this far in this video. But if you do, and if you are curious to what I've edited for Sophia when I was in high school, you can click on the link that I will link down below in the description to this old YouTube channel. Also, I talked about linking my Wattpad account, my old Wattpad account. If you're fucking interested, that's what it looks like. I'm not gonna link it below. Then, if you're curious about Sophia's Wattpad, because she has some weird shit. This is what I fucking mean. Kidnapped by Got7. Look at this. Fan fiction. Do you see it? Ew. Ew, it's ew. I can't believe I had to show that on camera. I just can't believe I just showed that on camera. What I find so fascinating is that with Sophia's wedding video, the original wedding video, I used a different audio because it was what's that song called? Loving You Is Easy? No, Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. It's not the original song, it's the TikTok remix of that song. And that song's fucking annoying and I am not doing that. So I added clown music to it, which is actually pretty suitable. Very suitable for that video. The thing that I find so funny is that when I uploaded this video to YouTube, YouTube didn't copyright the clown music. It didn't copyright anything. It just copyrighted the videos from my old channel. And then it also copyrighted the last 10 seconds of this video that you will see. I inserted a little clip, a little 10-second clip at the end of the video. It didn't copyright the Harley Quinn videos. It didn't copyright Joe Goldberg. It didn't copyright any of that. Just the videos that I showed. But honestly, if YouTube didn't copyright the clown music, honestly, kind of makes sense, kind of suitable. I do want to say that how embarrassing is it to have a TikTok song for your wedding video? Oh honey, do you remember our wedding song? Yes, a TikTok song. How fucking unoriginal is that? Of Falling in Love by Elvis Presley, TikTok remix. Not the original song, the TikTok remix of it. How unoriginal is that? That's so funny. But I just love how YouTube did not copyright me putting in clown music. Like, YouTube said, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense for this clown music to be in this video. It makes sense. But what you cannot do is use your own videos that you edited yourself. But, you know, I get it. It included clips from music videos that I don't own. I get it. I get it. Okay. Now, I gotta fucking edit this video again so I could insert this clip of me rambling on. And then, I gotta wait for this video to export because it's 3 hours long. And then, I gotta wait for that to be done importing. And then I gotta go onto YouTube and export it again. And then, I gotta wait for the YouTube, I don't know, algorithm to pop in and say there's no copyright. Just in case. Because originally, I didn't want to care about copyright issues. Then I decided I want to capitalize on my trauma. Not if, but when I get monetized on YouTube and this blows up on YouTube and it gets 1 million views, I want to make money on it. But if this video is copyrighted, I cannot make any fucking income off of this video. Then I thought, I want to make some income off of my ex-girlfriend if I could. Because why not? This video is almost 4 hours long. Just might as well call it 4 hours long. So, you know, if whoever fucking watches this video, I mean, God bless you. Literally. This is the type of video you click on and you just fall asleep to and you don't ever finish it. Because you would want to listen to me talk about my ex-girlfriend, but also it's kind of fucking entertaining. Trash talking a girlfriend. Ain't it? I fucking think so. But anyway, I'm trying to make this video copyright free so I can make income off of my trauma. Because I'm not doing this for free. Goodbye, and no matter how insane you may be, there is always someone out there to complete the insanity! Eating an apple. Okay. I just got done editing the video. I was going to release the video in April. I was gonna schedule it to be done in April because I'm moving to a different state and I'll be on the road for a couple of days because I'll be driving to a different state, moving with all my belongings, and I need time to relocate and get my bearings, like get Wi-Fi for the new house and, you know, unpack everything, help my parents unpack. You know, I live with my parents and we'll move into a new house together. So, but today is February 26th, 2025. And I will be out of here in a month. Out of this old house. With my computer packed up, camera packed up. Actually, I'm gonna keep my camera unpacked because I want to film the journey. But I cannot edit any videos, that's why I'm taking a break from YouTube until April, because I think that's when I'll be settled and have Comcast come to the house, get Wi-Fi all wired up so I can go on the internet. Yeah, I was gonna edit this video, have it scheduled to release on April, but I think I want to show it to you guys as soon as I'm done. I don't know which one to look at. This one. I don't know if I should. Well, I'm excited to show you this video. Well, as you can tell, you can understand why I am excited to show you this video. I just couldn't wait. So as I was editing this video, I'm almost done. I just have to film one last thing, and you'll see at the end of the video. I just have to film one last thing, and then I'm done. Oh, then I have to make a thumbnail. But yeah, I'm done. As I was editing, I said, why am I waiting to show the world this video in April? Because the later as I post this video on YouTube, the later I get to move on from her. I want to move on from her today. As soon as this video goes public on YouTube, Sophia, she's out of my head. She's gone. She's gone. So the longer I hold on to this video, I just thought it would make sense as soon as I'm done editing, just... I'm sure that there are points in this video, throughout the video, where the editing is a bit sus. I didn't use, you know, fancy clips or fancy transitions or fancy music, fancy effects. It's because I don't want to spend any more fucking time than I have to on this goddamn video. Not that I'm lazy, it's just that the topic at hand, I don't want to spend any fucking time on this than I have to, you know? I want this to be as real as possible with little to no cuts in between them. I want this to be as authentic as possible, but comedic as possible. When I was editing the wedding video, I had to cut a lot of the sections out because I'm not rude. A lot of those clips I had to cut out because they contained minors, kids, and I did not even if I did below the video, which I did below the video, you can see the figure of a child. And I am not mean because that child did nothing wrong to me. So that child should not be a subject in this video, you know what I mean? And as I was deleting the audio, muting the audio because it's a wedding video, they had their own music, and I don't want to get copyrighted. And the music is kind of danceable, like it's kind of upbeat and positive. I don't want that. I don't want to use the same music they did in that video. So I'm thinking, should I just mute this part of the video, just have it silent this whole time? I said no. Then I said maybe I'll play piano over it because I like piano. Then I thought, well, the piano is classical. It's a romantic instrument. I don't want to romanticize this video at all. I want to move on. Then I thought, you know what? Since Sophia made a fool out of me, I'm gonna make a fool out of her. So I went on YouTube and looked up uncopyrighted funny clown music. Call me an asshole, but this is my way of moving on. You know, if If inputting hilarious clown music in the background of her wedding video makes me move on, then so be it. Oh my, y'all. Call me a menace, call me what you want, but I am finally over her. This is as soon as I'm done with this video, I cannot wait to put this on public on YouTube and watch this video get 2 views, because of course it's gonna be on the YouTube homepage. 3 hours long. I'm not fucking watching that. But someone may watch it because I'm gonna title it "Me Moving On from My Ex" or something. I'm gonna title it some funny title, but not too clickbaity. You know, oh, not clickbait, my ex died or something. You know. I want to add too that when me and Sophia talked, hold on. Where was I? When me and Sophia talked for the very last time, when we texted, I asked her if she ever remembered her saying to me, "Alyssa, I am so happy that you are graduating, so I never have to see you again." I asked her that because we were talking about where I went wrong and where she went wrong, and I said, "Sophia, one thing that really hurt me out of everything, even after you cheated on me, the worst thing you ever said to me was on my graduation day you texted me, 'Alyssa, I am so happy that you are graduating, so I never have to see you again.'" And I said, how do you feel about that? Do you remember saying that to me? Because that really hurt me, and I wanted to know where her mind was at the time. Was it just out of hate at the moment, just the splur of the moment, or did she actually mean it? Because there's a difference between saying something mean to someone just in spite of the moment and saying it when you actually have intent. So I just wanted to know, and she texted back saying, "I don't remember any of that." And I said, "How can you not remember that? You texted me that at 7 a.m. On my graduation day. You with intent to woke up early in the morning to text me that." And she said, "Alyssa, to be honest, our whole relationship was such a blur. I know I did some things that I did wrong and that you did wrong, but you have to admit, Alyssa, you did some things wrong too. So even if I do remember saying that, I think I had the right to say it at the time." And exactly in that moment, I said, if she doesn't remember saying that to me, she really is the bitch in this relationship. And then we talked about other things of, "Sophia, why did you cheat on me?" And she kept on saying the same things. "I don't really remember cheating on you, but oh my god, actually I do remember, but technically it wasn't cheating because we're not married and we never had sex. You were just my girlfriend at the time, and I kissed my ex-boyfriend on the lips. We didn't do anything." Cheating is fucking cheating to me. You know, you kiss someone, you kiss someone. You know what I mean? And then we started talking even more of, why did you catfish me using a different number? Or why did you spread those rumors about me? You know, why did you act the way you did around my friends? And why didn't you stand up for me when your friend Aaliyah threw food at me? And she just said, "Well, my friend Aaliyah, she had a good point. You know, you are annoying. That's her opinion. At least you didn't bleed. You know, you didn't get hurt. It was just fruit snacks that she threw at you." But that's not the point, you know? It's the point that your friend threw food at me and you seen it. You were next to me. You didn't do anything about it. And, you know, she kept saying that, "Well, you know, Aaliyah had a point. You know, it's her opinion. If she don't like you, she don't like you." And then she just kept talking and talking and talking. The more she talked, the more she got annoying. I mean, she thinks I'm annoying. Oh my god. So my friend Keo was right. Closure works. So if you're going through a breakup, talk to that person one last time, sit them down, and talk about the good memories, the bad memories, where did you go wrong, where did she go wrong, and things of that nature. Because sometimes when closure, the more you talk, the more you realize, I'm not the problem, she's the problem. Or, sometimes the more you talk, the more you realize, you know what? We're not really right for each other. I love this person, but she's just not right for me. And I think I'll just leave it at that. I feel content, and that's it, But those are the lucky people that can break up and still remain friends and have no hard feelings because they know in their hearts that it was never meant to be, and that's it. They feel content about their relationship, they learned a lot, and they moved on. But then there's other people who go through breakups like me that are fucking horrible. It's a lot of he said, she said type of thing. Because in Sophia's point of view, in Sophia's point of view, she was the victim. In my point of view, I'm not playing the victim, but in my point of view, Sophia was a complete bitch, in my opinion. When she immediately said, Alyssa, I honestly don't remember any of that. I don't remember waking up early in the morning to text you that. That's when I knew. Even murderers remember who they murdered. You know what I mean? Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, even they remember what they did. They remember the victims, they remember their name, they remember everything. I mean, they even keep a journal of their victims. They write down everything, and some of them even keep a speck of their hair. Even the worst of the worst criminals remember what crime they did. But yet, Sophia didn't commit, rapes. But yet she can't remember what she said to me on a very important day. Or she can't remember that she cheated on me. What the fuck? Does she have dementia or something? I just don't understand how she can't remember saying that to me, because that's the worst thing that she ever said to me, ever did to me. I'd rather have her cheat on me twice. Well, actually, but I'd rather have her cheat on me 10 times. And then say that to me. I think words hurt more than someone's actions. But I guess if we're talking about, murder, and then, yeah, I guess murder is worse than words. It's having values. It's having the common principle of admitting you did something wrong. She did not want to admit she was in the wrong. Maybe she was lying when we talked for that last time and said that she doesn't remember. Maybe she's in denial. Maybe she just wants to forget. I don't know. But in that moment, I knew that my friend Keel was right. Ask for closure and see what happens. And I asked for closure, we talked, and I saw what happened. And I realized that she is a complete bitch. But even then, after we talked that one last time, I still think about her. Well, I did think about her here and there, even after the closure. And then cut to now, me coming up with the idea of this video. It's time for me to completely forget about her. It's time. I just had to put that there because I forgot to put that in my letter, and I'm not writing what I just said on fucking paper. It's not happening at all. I'm not wasting any more time on her. Like I said, if I have anything more that I need to say that comes up after this video comes public, I will comment below and clear my conscience of any bad memories or anything. The next clip you are about to see is of me deleting a YouTube music playlist that I made. Not for Sophia, I made it for myself. These are songs that remind me of her. I'm going to delete the playlist. The playlist is... I don't want to delete the playlist because music touches my soul. That's what she said. Deleting her picture off of my phone, you know, deleting Instagram off of my phone, that's fine, that's easy, whatever, you know. But deleting a playlist that has years worth of memories, it's hard, man. It's hard. But it has to be done. I cannot have any playlist of hers. I cannot keep a picture of her. I can't. I need to be done with her. I need to be done. Again, the date. It's February 26, 2025. I'm fucking hesitating on deleting this playlist. Should I do it? I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Goodbye, Sophia. Is it gone? Is it gone? I don't know why I'm like, it's gone. It's gone. Goodbye, Sophia. Come on, eat it. Come on, eat it, eat it, eat it. I don't want to do too many pieces of paper so they don't jam up. Come on, eat it. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Yeah. Good. Oh, yeah. That one I was kind of scared for. It was gonna jam. Last one. Yeah. Fuck you, Sophia. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta close my door. Look at me, I'm crying. I hope my mouth is not red. I just ate dinner. I mean, a snack before I gotta go. I'm literally crying. I just finished editing this video. I was about to hit export and I just started crying. And then so now I have to unexport this video so I could input this clip of me crying. Oh! I hope I don't have food in my... I literally ate about 20 minutes ago. I think I'm gonna upload this video tonight. I think I am. I think I'm gonna upload this video tonight. What do you think? Today is February 26, 2025. It's crazy how I said I was gonna maybe upload this video in April, then I didn't, and then I'm gonna upload it next week. Today I spent the whole day editing this video because I want her to be gone. You know, I don't want her to be gone tomorrow. You know, usually when I edit YouTube videos, I do about an hour each day or an hour every other day, 30 minutes every other day, somewhere like that. I want her gone today, you know, I want her gone now. I literally was just crying. I was watching the last, you guys will see, the last about 10 seconds of this video. I inputted a little special video. I don't know, it just comes for a circle because, you know, I take great, when you guys see the video, I mean the little clip at the last 10 seconds of the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I take inspiration from music and movies, and just seeing that interpreted in a movie on Instagram, on an Instagram reel that I saw. I saw this Instagram reel that you're about to see soon about a week ago, and that's what prompted me doing this video. I need to let go. Fuck. I wish I caught it on camera too. Jesus, I just started tearing up. Because I was like, okay, I'm done with this video, I'm about to export it. Wow, I can't believe she's completely out of my life. And then I started crying. And then I wanted to record myself, but now I'm not crying anymore. Today's a new chapter for me. A new fucking chapter.